The following is a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network. Coming up, coverage of McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Bullpup football is streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra radio app. Coming up on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, we'll break down tonight's matchup and preview other key games on the Ad Astra Sports Network. Tonight's kickoff is just 30 minutes away.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Friday Night Lights, there is nothing like it, and here we have coverage of McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP, AdAstraRadio.com, and the Ad Astra Radio mobile app. Good evening, and thank you all so much for tuning in to KMCP. Joined alongside Nathan Roble, I'm Lane Gillespie, here to bring you action here this afternoon. So, we're getting ready for week 1 of McPherson High School football and what should be a very fun start to the season. So, Nathan, there's a lot going into this season for McPherson High School football, but there's a lot of new names coming into this year.
Absolutely. There's a lot of new names coming in this year, and there's going to be a lot of turnover, but it's an exciting turnover, and everyone's ready to get this season rolling.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, McPherson High School, they graduate a lot of seniors from last year. That includes some first-team All-State guys in Tegan Haynes and Jay Schreiner. So there's a lot of holes to fill in on defense, but it looks like this Bullpup team can definitely get a lot of wins this year.
Absolutely. They've got one thing on their mind, and that's getting beyond what they've been in the last 9-10 years and getting to that state championship game.
No doubt about that. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. We have a lot going on here today in the world of just high school football as well, but we've got Bullpup football coming up for you in just 30 minutes. We'll talk to Mark Heidebrecht coming up next in our Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive Bullpup content online
Lane,
at
your audio is very, very
adastraradio.com,
low.
including
I think you were
schedules,
being picked up
stories,
by a different
and
mic.
game day audio. McPherson Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
What makes Scooter's coffee amazing? Maybe it's our espresso drinks, like our signature hot iced or blended Carmelicious, made from the best coffee beans in the world, and tasty breakfast sandwiches, served fresh every day. Maybe it's the refreshment of our fruit smoothies in the summer, the coziness of a hot mocha in the winter, or maybe we want to put a smile on your face. Spoiler alert, all of the above. Start your day or top it off at Scooter's Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, and Salina.
Beat the spring rush and get your lawn and garden equipment serviced this winter. Hi, this is Jason with Hometown Outdoor Power. Ensure you seize this chance to provide your equipment with the care it deserves, along with unbeatable savings like half-price pickup and delivery. Contact your local store for more details. Hometown Outdoor Power has 3 convenient locations in McPherson, Salina, and Minneapolis. Hometown Outdoor Power, your hometown partner in the outdoor power world.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers, but did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
When it comes to your personal banking, it should be, well, personal. That's how we do business at the Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank combines personal service with the modern convenience of advanced technology. Visit any one of our locations in Galva, Lindsborg, or McPherson and see how we take service. Very personal.
The Bradbury Company in Mound Ridge is recognized as a leading global equipment supplier for products like grain bins, steel framing, garage doors, metal roofing, and more. The Bradbury Company is a proud supporter of local schools and student athletes and wishes best of luck to all the teams.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. It's finally week 1 as the McPherson Bullpups look to kick off their season against the Great Bend Panthers here at home. We're joined now by Mark Heidebrecht, our history buff with the McPherson Bullpups. And first, Mark, we're really excited to have you back once again for another great year.
Well, I enjoy doing it.
Bullpups versus Great Bend. Go ahead and give us that history.
Okay, I like to go to the last meeting to start with, and that was September 1st of 23 at Great Bend, with Great Bend winning that game 29-16. Now, the series started in 1974, and of course the last game played was last year. We've played Great Bend 23 games, and that ranks 20th out of the 54 football opponents we've played since 1920. So a pretty healthy series. McPherson leads that series 12-11. Our home record is 6-6, and our away record is 6-5. Offensively, McPherson has averaged 21.7 points per game, and Great Bend has averaged 23.8 points per game. So pretty darn even right there. Average winning margin, McPherson, when they win, has been by 16.6 points per game, and Great Bend, when they win, wins by 22.5. So even though we have a winning record, Great Bend's maybe handled us a little easier when they win.
Right.
But, oh well. Winning streak, we don't have a winning streak against Great Bend because we lost to them last year. If you want to look at the highest scores in the series, McPherson scored 49 points on October 23rd, 2009 at Great Bend for a 49-10 win. Great Bend's highest score against McPherson is 57 points on October 22nd, 2004 in McPherson for a 57-30 win. If you want to look at highest winning margins in the series, McPherson won by 39 points in a game I just mentioned on October 23rd of 2009 in Great Bend by a score of 49-10. And Great Bend won by 55 points on 10-14-94 at Great Bend by a score of 55-0. Coach Pav's record versus Great Bend is 3-1. There's a couple of notable games in the history of this series. Some of the fans out there will surely remember some of these. Back on November 4th, 1988 in Great Bend, McPherson won 35-21. Dwayne Chandler rushed for 408 yards on 34 carries.
Wow.
Setting the still existing single-game rushing record from MHS, previously held by Von Birch at 251 yards back in 1978. So he crushed that record. And actually, Dwayne broke the record in the first half, rushing for 267 yards on 20 carries. Dwayne went on to play tight end at KU and had a successful season there, if they'd ever throw to him.
Right.
When they did it, it went for a touchdown many times. Another game of interest, October 17th, 1997, was an overtime game here in McPherson. McPherson won 20-14. Danny Matheny rushed for 202 yards on 24 carries. McPherson won the coin toss in overtime and put Great Bend on offense first. After a missed Great Bend field goal, McPherson's Ryan Powell ran for a touchdown on third down for the win. So, two noteworthy games for those that can go back that far.
Yeah. Seems like it. This seems like a fun series with it being as close as it is.
Very close.
Yep. So, should be a lot of fun here tonight. So, Mark, we're glad to have you again this year and appreciate you joining us here today.
You're welcome.
That's Mark Heidebrecht. We'll have more coming up in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. After this, you're listening to coverage of McPherson Bullpup football on KMCP.
We've got more of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
your bullpup pride with apparel from Art Shirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
It's true. You see the APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division name on big construction equipment on many of the largest highway projects in Kansas. But Shears wants you to know they have smaller equipment for smaller jobs, like your residential driveway, parking lot, or other paving projects, asphalt or concrete. And the other great thing, they take the same care and pride in your job as they take in every project. For more information and a no-obligation estimate, call APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division at 662-2112.
This is Ryan Hicks with Farmers Alliance in McPherson. Growing up, I learned the value of teamwork for achieving success. Now, as a member of the Farmers Alliance team, I appreciate the skills of our insurance professionals. Working with the independent agents who represent us across the state, our team works hard to protect our customers and to help put their lives back together after a storm or loss. It may not be quite as great a win as on the field or on the court, but it's really a good feeling to know we're helping. And at Farmers Alliance, we're proud to be a part of this great community, and we look forward to the successes of all our area teams.
The Bethany College Athletic Department strives to educate, develop, and challenge its students. Bethany Swedes connect with the community, develop key character traits, maintain healthy, mental, spiritual, and physical lifestyles while leading lives of faith, learning, and service. Bethany College belongs to the NAIA and a member of the KCAC with teams in 22 sports in the fall, winter, and spring. For a complete schedule of events, go to BethanySwedes.com. Integrity, hospitality, community, excellence, Bethany College.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field here in McPherson, as kickoff is just about 20 minutes away between the McPherson Bullpups and the Great Bend Panthers. The McPherson High School Pep Band is about to get themselves, or their marching band rather, is about to get themselves onto the field to perform for the pregame. And while they do so, it's time now for our Ag 360 Insurance Ones to Watch. Ag 360 Insurance is here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy or Cody Moores in Inman. Turn it over to Nathan Roble to give us our Ones to Watch for this ball game. Nathan?
You know, Lane, I really think right away you got to talk about, when you're talking about this McPherson high school football team, you got to talk about the quarterback position. Carter Allen, he's a brand new quarterback here, got a little bit of experience, was about a 55% completion rate last year, just had just over 100 passing yards. It's his time to run this offense. He was the backup last year to Owen Fetch. It's his time to run this offense. But you also got to talk about McPherson lost a lot at the wide receiver position. Their returner, the one returner with many yards and a lot of catches, Bishop Brown. He's their number one receiver kind of going into this season, and he'll be one to watch tonight as well. And then I think when you turn it over onto the defensive side of the football, Brock Richardson, he's going to have to fill some big shoes of Tegan Haynes. But we're looking towards the future. Brock Richardson's going to have a big year for this Bullpup roster.
Absolutely, you're 100% right. But one thing to look out for as we go into this game is going to be the running room for this McPherson team. Starting off the season, they're going to be really thin. You know, you think about the leading rusher last year was Carlos German. We're not 100% sure if he's going to be able to play today. But then the guy that was behind him, Isaac Barnett, he's out for the first 3 weeks due to an ankle injury that he sustained in the Bueller game last year. Continuing that healing process is still continuing into these first couple of weeks. So unfortunately, the Bullpups are going to have to miss him. But they're going to start guys like Dane Becker and Catch Delaney, who are kind of getting some varsity experience right out of the gate. Talk about baptism by fire.
And you know what? The only one of the two that had any experience on the offensive side last year, Catch Delaney, with like 3 carries for 7 yards.
Yeah, for sure. His longest rush was just 3 yards. Last year, so
average 2 1/3 pass or rushing yards per attempt.
Yeah, for sure. But now moving on to Great Bend, they have a lot of key guys, especially on the offensive end. They didn't lose a whole lot in the offensive side, except for probably the running back room, losing their best rusher in Cody Miller. So that leaves it kind of thin. But you're going to bring in a guy like Jace Schartz, who's one heck of an athlete, a 5'9" senior who was a regional champ in wrestling last year and was 3rd in state in 5A for Great Bend. But also the guy to look out for, or the two-headed monster to look out for, Daxton Minton, the dual threat quarterback who really picked apart McPherson last year, and the guy that's getting every Power 5 offer known to man, and the number 1 recruit in the class of 2026, Ian Pramer, the receiver who stands 6'6" and is a junior.
Yeah, and if McPherson is going to have success with Minton, as you talked about, it's going to keep him in the pocket. But what Dax Minton wants to do is he wants to get out of the pocket. He wants to scramble, but he also had over 1,500 passing yards last year, and can hurt you in the air as well. So he's a really, really, really good athlete. And Primer as well. You talk about 6'6". He's and just an athlete. There are athletes all over this field for this Great Bend Panthers team.
Premer's also going to be the free safety. Bear that in mind. He's going to be towards all the way in the back of the defense, but he's there to pick off anything that tries to go over his head. But back to Minton, 148 passing yards a game, 66 rushing yards a game last year. A guy who's a terrific scrambler. You'll probably see some play-action bootlegs a few times here in this game. We'll hear from head coach Jace Pavlovich coming up right after this as we wrap up our Ag 360 Insurance Ones to Watch. We'll continue on with the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Coming up next from the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
The Midway Motors Drive to the Game continues after this. Midway Motors in McPherson, Newton, Hutchinson, and Hillsboro for every mile of life. Stay tuned as we sit down for a pregame chat with head coach Jace Pavlovich.
With so much financial uncertainty, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Trenton Ruxlow. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for the future. After all, retirement isn't the end of the road, it's a new beginning. Call us at 620-241-5162. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Headed down to Brown Shoe Fit. Gonna get some shoes that fit. When shoes have to fit, Brown's Shoe Fit.
Brown Shoe Fit in downtown McPherson, offering a wide selection of brand name shoes for the entire family. When it has to fit, Brown Shoe Fit, downtown McPherson.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the Game as the Bullpups get ready for Week 1 of the 2024 season against the Great Bend Panthers. We're joined now by head coach Jace Pavlovich. And before we talk about the game, Coach, we've talked about this personally for a little bit, but starting this year, you now become the longest tenured head football coach in the school's history, surpassing Tom Young, your predecessor, who was there for quite a while and won a lot of ball games. So what have you liked about being in McPherson and being the head coach of the Bullpups?
Well, it's a great community, and you know, the program that you know, was established under Coach Young's leadership is a really attractive one to take over, and you know, it just, you know, being the longest tenure head coach, what is this, year 19 for me overall here in McPherson. I guess that just means I'm getting old. But we have great coaches on the staff. A lot of us have been together for a long time, and our administration is amazing, and our kids are awesome. Support is there. So, you know, I couldn't imagine being, you know, anywhere else.
So now let's get into this upcoming season. You finished off 7-4 last year, an unfortunate loss to Andover Central. You come into this year looking to get really back on track, get back to the win column, but you lose a lot of seniors from last year. But you have some underclassmen that have started to, in your words, to step up. So how great has those underclassmen been, and what about the upperclassmen as well for this team?
Well, you know, we do have, starting off with our great, you know, senior leadership. These kids have worked hard for the last 4 years, and they've set the tone in practice. We have some vocal leaders. We have some leaders by example. We have a little bit of everything. Our junior class, you know, we don't have a whole lot of numbers there, and so it's going to fall on a lot of sophomores to step up. Now, we do have some good juniors. They're just not as many as what we've normally had, but yeah, these sophomores are going to have to grow up, and you know, they're going to make mistakes. You know, Friday Night Lights is it's special, but it, you know, they'll feel some of that pressure, and so especially early on, you know, we'll make some mistakes that are uncharacteristic of us, but that happens when you have some youth out there on the field. So, you know, by the mid to end of the season, we expect that those sophomores, those younger guys, are seasoned veterans, at that point, and we should be firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, no doubt. And one of those sort of areas that may need to be picked up different from last season is the defense, because, I mean, you lose a key guy in Tegan Haynes, who absolutely just was a monster last year defensively, especially that game against Bueller in the playoffs. Also guys like Jay Schreiner as well. So in practice, how's the defense stepped up to kind of, quote-unquote, fill in their shoes?
Well, it's hard. It's hard whenever you lose seniors, and that's true every single year. And with our seniors last year, as talented as those guys that you mentioned are, they were hustlers. I mean, those guys they had a motor that just didn't stop. And so other guys see that, and they play into that. So, but we have that with this group too. These guys are flying around to the football. We don't have just a ton of size. So we're going to have to rely on our speed quite a bit. And again, comes back to some of the youth that we have playing some key positions on that side. They're just going to have to, like I said, step up and make plays.
What about offensively? I know in the preseason you praised your offensive line, especially the returners that have come back. You also have a guy that's going to take the snaps in senior Carter Allen in the running back room, which may be a tad short because of the loss of Isaac Barnett for the first couple of weeks. So offensively, what needs to be filled?
Well, again, our strength is our offensive line. Our starting five are really strong, but you throw in like a Brock Burgess and a Henry Lyon, who are our main backups right now. But we have full confidence that if something happens, they can step in and get things done too. The question marks would be, our receiving core and our tailback position. Our receiving core is, we graduated almost everybody last year, and this year's group, they're practicing hard. They're looking good. The tailback position, as you mentioned, we're missing out on Isaac. We'll miss him for hopefully 3 to 4 more weeks, and maybe we can get him back. And then Carlos German, I don't know if he's going to be able to play Friday as well. So we're looking at a running back by committee right now, and trying to plug some holes and fill their shoes as best we can.
Lastly, you got Great Bend coming up, which is not an easy task to start off the first game of the season. You just lost to those guys last year, but they return a lot of key guys on both sides of the ball, especially the guy that is the #1 recruit in the state of Kansas for the class of 2025 is getting every Power 5 offer known to man. So what should we expect against Great Bend?
Well, with Great Bend, they start 8 guys both ways. So we have to weather the storm in that first half and keep things close in that second half. We do have a few guys playing both ways as well, but we like to think that we're coming off the sideline fresh and ready for action. So this is going to be a 4-quarter battle. Now, when it comes down to their special players, obviously yes, they do have a guy with great height and length, and we're going to have to double cover him as much as possible. The problem is they have some playmakers outside of him too, so we can't just solely try and shut him down.
Right.
We have to respect, and we do respect their other skill positions. So it's kind of a difficult game plan when you got to build around stopping the Premer kid and then worry about the others as well. So and up front they're very good. They got size, they got strength, they got all those things. So we're going to learn a lot about our team, but I like our guys, and we're going to come out fighting, and win or lose, we win this game, we're not automatically state champions. It'd be a heck of a win.
Right.
We're going to celebrate it, but we're going to get back to work. We lose the game, same thing. We're not going to hang our heads too long. We're going to get back to work on Saturday morning, fix our mistakes, and get better through the course of the year.
All right. Well, sounds good. Well, Coach, should be a fun game to kick off the 2024 season. Really appreciate your time, and the best of luck.
Thanks, sir.
That's Coach Pavlovich. We'll have more coming up in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Have you heard? Great Plains Federal Credit Union has a brand new app that gives you total account control right at your fingertips. With the new GP Anytime app, you'll soon be able to deposit your check, pay your bills, even transfer funds to friends and family with ease through Zelle. The Great Plains Federal Credit Union mobile app can do it all. Download it today through the App Store or Google Play Store. Just search GP Anytime. That's GP Anytime. And you'll have access to your account, well, anytime. See Great Plains Federal Credit Union for details. Member NCUA.
Since 1951, Headland Electric Incorporated has been serving McPherson and the surrounding areas with top quality electrical services, including new construction, remodels, and routine maintenance. Our family and locally owned business responds to your inquiries and provides estimates within 24 hours. Call us for a free quote at 620-241-3757 or visit our website at www.headlandelectricinc.com.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back one final time to the Midway Motors Drive to the game. The McPherson Bullpups are taking the field as we speak. The Great Bend Panthers have done so as we are just about ready for kickoff of the 2024 season between the McPherson Bullpups and the Great Bend Panthers. Before we send it to one final break here in the Midway Motors Drive to the game, I'd like to thank our sponsors, including Pyle Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pyle Law. Tom can evaluate your claim so that you can receive the compensation that you deserve. Kickoff is in just about 4 minutes here from McPherson Stadium at Paul Family Field on the campus of McPherson College. We'll be back right after this for kickoff of the 2024 season. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
More of the Midway Motors Drive to the Game coming up. Find exclusive stories highlighting Bullpup athletics at adastraradio.com. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing, a priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL P&C Group Direct Written Premium.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Need a reliable workhorse for your property? Meet the John Deere 5E Series tractors from Prairie Land Partners. Whether it's working fields, hauling loads, or clearing roadsides, the 5E delivers the power and versatility you need, all in one machine. And there's never been a better time to buy. Get a $2,250 implement bonus and save with cash discounts over $6,000. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Prairie Land Partners. Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field. The coin toss was just done, and we are just about ready here for McPherson High School football. Again, Lane Gillespie, Nathan Roble joining you. We'll join you all season long here on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. We're also introducing video streams. You can head to adastraradio.com/TV, and we'll have a video live stream with you as well as our radio call. Well, McPherson won the toss and decided to defer. Great Bend will get the ball to start off the season and will defend the south end zone. So, As all the fans get ready, McPherson students wearing their beach theme and Great Bend students in their throwback theme as they're on the opposite end here at McPherson College. It's going to be a fun one to start off this season, Nathan.
You know, Lane, this is a moment that I know all these kids have been looking for, you've been looking for, and I've especially been looking for since the end of last year. That last season left a sour taste in my mouth, and you know what? I'm so happy to be back, and let's kick off another season of Bullpup football.
How about it? I mean, this is my first experience with Bullpup football, at least in person, and I guarantee you, partner, it's going to be a fun one this season. I mean, doing basketball and baseball last year was certainly a treat. I'm sure football will be just about the same, if not more, especially in front of a crowd of many, many people. There aren't a whole lot of seats left here at Paul Family Field.
I see a couple from Great Bend. But
Exactly. McPherson wearing their red tops and bottoms with white helmets. Great Bend in their white jerseys and pants with black lettering and numbering and black helmets. Those uniforms brought to you by McPherson Laundry and Dry Cleaners. It's our job to make you look best. Brock Richardson will be the man kicking it off to the other end, and the man back deep to return is Cooper Ohnmacht. It is a squib kick up the middle that bounces a few times and is fielded at the 10, and we are underway. They will work from left to right. Ohnmacht already has a lane on the near sideline to the 40, 30, 20, to the 10, to the 5. Cooper Ohnmacht. He had multiple return touchdowns last year, 3 of them to be exact, and he does one to start off the 2024 season, a 90-yard kick return touchdown by Cooper Ohnmacht of Great Bend.
Like, that was just an excellent job by the Great Bend Panthers special teams return team to open up a wide open hole. McPherson may have over pursued just a touch, but it opened up a wide open hole, and Ohnmacht just made the most out of it and returned it for a touchdown.
He averaged 41 yards per kick return last year, had a long of 97, and as I mentioned, 3 touchdowns last year. We're 12 seconds into the 2024 season, and they get one right off of the bat. In to kick the extra point is 5'10 sophomore Omar Razzo. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year, but he'll be in to kick the extra point to try to make it 7-0. Good snap, could hold. The kick is really high and well short. Didn't even make the crossbar, so it's no good, but it's 6-0 Panthers to start the season.
What a quick start there. I just looked up and saw him pick up the football, and then I just saw the hole open up right around that 20-yard line, and he just took off from there. No one was able to stop him or catch up to him at all.
Well, we're going to keep it here because we feel like 12 seconds of game time is not enough for it to send it to a break. However, McPherson's offense will finally get their first cuts. I say finally. We're only 12 seconds into the season, but McPherson High will get their first offensive snaps after their first kick return. Carter Allen will be the man at quarterback. So what could we see out of him, and how important is he going to be after losing Owen Fetch to graduation last year?
You know, I think the key to this offense is going to be quarterback play and having success with Carter Allen. He got some snaps last year, but really for him to feel comfortable early on in the season, you're going to have to use the run game. I know it's running back by committee, but you're also going to have to use quick, short passing, get it out to your playmakers, and let them do damage in space.
So just like that, 6-0 Great Bend. If you're just joining us, we're literally 12 seconds in, and Cooper Ohnmacht of Great Bend returned 190 yards to the house on the opening kick return of the season. But now McPherson will be the one to get the kick on this end, as Omar Raza will finally get the ball teed up for McPherson to return it, as it will be Bishop Brown and Ashton Malm back deep to return for McPherson. They'll work from right to left as we view the field here at McPherson College. Razzo will run up and boot it away. It's a high kick, not quite deep. It'll be returned by Brown at the 10. He'll cut to his left, finds a hole, but gets hit hard at the 23-yard line on the near hash. No return for a touchdown from McPherson. They're going to have to try to get 6 points the hard way.
Yeah, Bishop Brown, an okay return of about 15, 20 yards, made a man miss, but this is where the offense is going to set up. They traditionally run a no-huddle offense, so they're always going to constantly be looking towards the sideline to get the play call in.
Carter Allen, this will be his first year as the starting quarterback. The only year, as he's a senior. Did have 18 throws last year for 93 yards, no touchdowns for him. But he did play behind experienced guys like Hunter Alvord and last year an Owen Fetch. Two receivers far side, a tight end and a receiver to the near side. They'll hand it off on first down up the middle across the 25 and wrestle down at the 26.5-yard line for about a gain of 3.5 on the first play from scrimmage. Catch Delaney gets the first rush of the season for McPherson.
And Lane, head coach Chase Pavlovich talked about it at the beginning of the game in our pregame. They trust this offensive line, and they're just gonna line up and run it right behind that guard center guard combo.
They have an experienced O-line led by second-team All-League center last year in Chase Garibaldi. It'll be a pass on second down across the middle, a catch made across the 36 for a first down. Going to a knee when he immediately caught it was Bishop Brown because it was a low pass. He tried to run it up, but the Great Bend defense immediately realized that, hey, he had a knee down, so he is down. But a first down just 2 plays in. First down for McPherson at the 36.
And that was an excellent just play-action pass just over the middle, and it opened wide up because they were so worried about the run in McPherson's running game with Catch Delaney.
Trips to the far side as Allen will look to throw, running to the near side as pressure comes. He'll tuck it and run at the 35, wrestled out of bounds at the 39, maybe 40, for a gain of just about 4 on first down on the tuck and run by the senior QB.
Excellent coverage on the back end by the Panthers. They also got home a little bit off the right tackle. I know number 52 Brody Schloenbell made an excellent play there, just getting around the right tackle and chased Carter Allen out of the pocket to the left side, and that's how Carter Allen picked up his 5 yards on the play.
Second down and 5 as we are just a minute and a half into this game. 6-0 Panthers to start off the season. Allen will look to throw out of the shotgun. Now he'll tuck it and run again on the far side. He'll lower his head and get hit hard. Upended at the far side at the 45, just about a half a yard shy of the first down. Looked like Brody Schnoebelen was there once again.
Absolutely an excellent play there, but Carter Allen dropped back. I don't think that was a designed quarterback run, but he took off, had to the open space. And I don't know this early in the season if head coach Chase Pavlovich is really going to want his quarterback lower in the shoulder that much.
No. Caven Bird will come in as a fullback. Third down and about a foot. Two receivers far side, running back in the backfield. This time it is a quarterback designed run by Allen. Lowers the head just about to the yard to gain, which is the 46. But a late flag will come in, as I think they were going to mark a first down anyway. A late flag comes in towards the backfield about the time that the play came to a close.
Yeah, Carter Allen is in baseball. He's a catcher, so he's got a nice, strong lower half, and he was just able to kind of just fight against actually the free safety, the Power 5 guy Ian Premer, and just push him beyond the first down. But we're going to have a foul on the Great Bend Panthers.
Yep, they'll call it a personal foul. May have been a late hit. We couldn't quite hear the official well, but now after that really 2-foot gain, it turns into an extra 15 yards, and McPherson, for the first time, is in Great Bend territory. They're at the 39-yard line.
And Lane, to start this game, Carter Allen, we talked about how important he's going to be. He's already got 3 carries for 11 yards on the play.
9:45 to go first quarter. Still 6-0 Panthers. Shotgun set, 3 receivers far side. Allen will look to throw after a 3-step drop. The pocket collapses. He's going to run to the near side. He'll tuck in and get pushed out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1 on first down.
Yeah, one thing about this Great Bend Panthers defense is that they're very athletic on the back end. They have had excellent coverage on this first drive here against this McPherson Bullpup wide receiver core. If McPherson's going to want to have success tonight, they're going to have to find ways to get their wide receivers open.
They have a strong secondary in Cooper Ohnmacht, Ian Premer, and Hayden Kelly. Premer, the 6'6" free safety all the way at the back of the defense. Same formation as last time. This time they'll hand it off. Delaney finds an opening on the right edge, but does not get many yards. He goes to the 34. It'll be third and about medium, maybe about 5 yards for McPherson.
Yeah, well, just one of those plays where you almost have to run there. I know it's second down and long, but the pass just hasn't been there early in this drive. So you go back to the run, you pick up 4 or 5 yards on the play, and now it's third down and manageable at 3rd and 5 on the Panther 34-yard line.
McPherson waiting for the play call from their head coaches on the near side. with 9 minutes to go, first quarter. Still 6-0 Panthers. McPherson on a 3rd down and 5, shotgun set. They will fake the handoff, roll out bootleg to the far side. Wide open man, it's caught. It's Chase Kane at the 21 for a terrific pitch and catch. Carter Allen to Chase Kane for a gain of about 15 yards and make it 1st down McPherson.
Carter Allen and Catch Delaney sold that play action so well. They had 5 Panther defenders in the backfield ready to tackle Catch Delaney, and then you just roll out to the right side and find Chase Kane wide open. What an excellent play call.
I've said McPherson, they have to earn the 6 points the hard way. They're proven well on their first possession on offense. Trips to the left and a shotgun set on the far hash. Fake handoff, quick fire on the far side on the slant. Oh, it's fumbled late, and it's picked up by Pramer. No, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Ian Pramer was picking it up. They say the receiver juggled it, so no completed catch on the slant route by Ashton Malm on the far side.
That's actually, I know they called off the fumble here. But that's just not a play that was going to go the Panthers' way. You're okay with that, unfortunately. If he would have caught that football, he had at least 10, maybe 5, 10, 15 more yards to run, because that was just a simple, quick slant out there. We do have an illegal man downfield on a penalty, however, on the Bullpup, so no matter what, this one was coming back.
But instead, it's 1st and 15 instead of a fumble recovered by Great Bend, possibly, but
or even 2nd and 10.
Yeah, exactly. So 1st down and 15 now for McPherson. 2 receivers each side with Delaney in the backfield in the shotgun, moving them front defensively, but they did not cross the line. So Allen will get his signs from the coaches on the near side as they call an audible. Play clock down to 8. He takes a snap, 3-step drop, looking to throw. Pressure comes from the far side. He'll roll. Fires on the run, but just throws it away on the far sideline. Chase Kane was the closest man there, but he had no chance of catching that.
Jacob Hall in excellent coverage. He was as sticky can be there on Chase Kane. And there was really nothing for Carter Allen to do. He had pressure in his face from the right side, from his right side, so he actually was able to make that man miss and get out to the right side and run. That's where Carter Allen is trying to get. That's where he's comfortable, is getting out to the right side and on the run. However, just not able to connect there.
McPherson still looking for their first points, trailing 6-0 after allowing an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. Screen pass to Ashton Malm at the 20, to the 15, cuts left, rips down by his face mask inside the 10. Surprisingly, I have not seen any laundry. It is 1st down and goal McPherson. Either way, Ashton Malm will have to come out for a play after losing his helmet, but a 1st down for McPherson on a terrific screen pass to the speedy Ashton Malm, a guy that they call Flashton Malm.
You know what? That's an excellent nickname, by the way. I'm going to keep using that one. But that's a play last year that they would run to Blaze Hoover, get him out in space, and just let him run. He was athletic enough to do it. And Malm there proves that he's athletic enough to do this and picks up a good chunk play.
7:45 and ticking, first quarter, 1st down and goal on the right hash. In motion is Bishop Brown from the right to the left. They'll hand it off to Delaney on 1st down. He'll go up the gut, gain about a couple yards, down at the 5-yard line for 2nd down.
Aiden Davidson on the tackle there. He just came down from his defensive end position and was able to contain just a little bit, hold the edge, came down and worked his way down the line of scrimmage and was able to make that tackle.
Bullpups in striking distance, just 5 yards away, so looking for their first score. As now, for the first time, Carter Allen will work under center. 3 backs in the backfield, though. It'll be a handoff to Brock Richardson, who cuts away from a tackle from his shoestrings, but does not shake off the 2nd level at the 3-yard line. He's wrestled down at the middle of the field for 3rd down and goal.
That's another formation that the Bullpups will use in short yardage situations, like a goal-to-go scenario. It's just their power formation. They're going to normally run the football out of it, but you just don't know who you're going to run for or run with, because there's 3 running backs and the quarterback in the backfield.
The Bullpups have been successful on a pair of 3rd down trips so far in this possession. Can they do it once more and possibly get some points on the board? Allen will look to throw out of the shotgun. He has the room, but fires late, and it's caught into the end zone. Catch Delaney. Touchdown, Bullpups. McPherson gets their first points of the season on a 3-yard pitch and catch from Carter Allen to running back Catch Delaney.
Yeah, just what an excellent play there. Delaney just kind of snuck out of the backfield as Carter Allen worked his way up into the pocket and just was able to touch the pass over the top of the Panther defender, and just a simple pitch and catch for a touchdown.
In to kick will be a freshman, but it's the cousin of the guy that kicked a lot last year, Blaze Hoover. It's Jackson Hoover, sporting number 83 for McPherson. 5'9", 142 freshman. Good snap, good hold. A booming kick that just misses to the left. So he's 0 for 1 on extra points. But hopefully that's the first of many that the Bullpups will have extra points chances. 6-6 our score, 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds here from McPherson Stadium. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Boost up your internet speeds with MTC. As technology changes, so does your need for faster internet speeds. MTC offers unlimited internet usage, symmetrical speeds, managed Wi-Fi, and so much more. Visit your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling today.
Janet's doing it, so is Fred. Bonnie's all over it. Same with Omar. Tim's been at it since February of last year. Corey started the year before that. And guess what? They're all saving by doing so. What's that? Oh, the doing part? Why, they're using the Drive Safe and Save app from State Farm. And they're saving up to 30% and more on their auto insurance. How about you? You ready to get at it and save?
Start driving safe and saving in McPherson. Call State Farm agent Jim LeDuc today.
Discounts may vary. Not available in California, Massachusetts, New York, or Rhode Island.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. So like your first dream home? Yep, their agents can help you bundle and find the right home policy at the right price. Now that's the dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field on the first touches for both teams. They have resulted in touchdowns. A 90-yard kick return by Great Bend started off the game on a high note for the Panthers, but McPherson drove it down the field, highlighted by a 3-yard pitch and catch from Carter Allen to catch Delaney. 6-6 is our score. The ensuing kickoff is another low kick that will bounce into the end zone for an automatic touchback, so no chance at a kick return this time, which maybe could have resulted in 6. We won't know for sure if it would have, but now Great Bend's offense will be on the field for the first time today.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll tell you what, Lane, you're going to hear Dax Minton and Ian Premer a lot for this offense. They like their offensive line, they like their running backs, but they really, really, really like those two, and those two are going to be the keys to this offense here tonight.
It'll be Minton working in a shotgun. First down and 10 at their own 20 out of the touchback. It'll be a shotgun set, 2 receivers near side. They'll hand it off on first down to Connor Holliday, who goes just a touch to the right but gets swarmed up by a pack of pups for a gain of about a couple on first down to make it second down and 8.
Good start to the drive. I know it's only 2 yards, but just a simple handoff there to start the game. There's nothing more, nothing less you want out of that.
You can't go more simple to start off a drive than that to really set the tone, can you?
No, I don't think you can.
Minton will work out of the shotgun again. 3 receivers far side. The man in the backfield is Jay Schartz. He's to his right hip pocket as he looks to his sideline to call out an audible. Now Schartz will work on his left hip pocket. Play clock down to 4, down to 3. Takes a snap. Fake handoff. Here comes the pressure, and down he goes in the backfield. Jaron Stutzman was the first one there. Picking it up was Alex Stout on the far side. Third down and long.
Man, Lane, that was so fast off the line. Stutzman got off the line so quickly there. But you know how that was made? There were 6 Bullpup defenders around the offensive line. They were almost daring the Panthers to try to use the middle of the field. They dropped back to pass, and that just wasn't going to work against that defense. There was nobody in the middle of the field. They probably should have gotten out of the play, but just didn't. Minton had no time at all.
Loss of 10, third down and 18. 5 minutes to go first quarter. Score tied at 6. Play clock down at 3. Down to 2 as they're in the shotgun. They get the snap off late. Minton will just fire a screen pass across the middle. It's caught. Looking to run for it on the near side is Cooper Ohnmacht, but he's swallowed up at the 18-yard line, making it 4th down.
And you know, Lane, that's just a simple 3rd and long. We're not really playing to get the first down, but we're just playing to get some of it back a little bit. Pickup of 7 on the little screen pass, and that's just a classic little screen.
They will bring out the punting unit. Trenton Kern is going to be the one to boot it away. He's the starting left tackle, but he was the punter last year for the Panthers. He's set up at the 5-yard line. A bullpup is back deep to return. Believe that's Bishop Brown, but we'll make sure. The punt was almost blocked. Nope, it's actually on the far side. Dane Becker, as that one will bounce to the McPherson side, takes a Panther bounce to the 30, and that's where it's laid to rest on the far side. A great defensive stand by the Bullpups. They actually called a gain of 10 on that screen pass, so literally 0 yards given up defensively.
Absolutely. That is exactly what you need. That's a building block of this team. The defense is going to be their main key to success as the season goes on. They really believe in that defense, and the offensive side's coming along as well.
They scored on their first offensive possession, moving it all the way down the field. Let's see if they do it again. Carter Allen in at quarterback in the shotgun. Movement up front, and there's going to be a flag coming in as there's a penalty possibly on Great Bend defensively.
Yeah, the McPherson Bullpups just like to use that hard count and then look back to the sideline to get the play call. And that time the Panthers just kind of fell for it and were able to, and the Bullpups were able to get the Panthers to jump offside and make their 1st and 10 from the 30, a 1st and 5 from the 35-yard line.
Well, as you mentioned, Nathan, 1st down and 5. Hopefully we can get my mic fixed. So, Nathan, go ahead and take this play away while we get this sorted out.
Carter Allen in shotgun formation, man in motion. That's the tight end. Allen hands it off to Becker. Becker over the left side, gets taken down by his face mask. Flags come flying in. Pickup of 5 on the play. There have been a couple of those where you just don't know if they're gonna call him, but that time that was clear as day. They called it right away. Dane Becker with a pickup of 5, just pretty simple, just a simple right over the left side zone blocking scheme.
Well, they do call it a face mask to move the ball further down the field, Nathan.
The ball spotted now. Goes from the 40-yard line after the pickup of 5 on the play. So 15 yards downfield into Panther territory at the 45-yard line. Dane Becker gets his first 5 yards and added on 15. So a 20-yard pickup essentially for the Bullpups. 2 wide receivers split out to the right side. Carter Allen still in at quarterback, gets the snap, drops back to pass, looks to the left side, has nowhere to go. Was a screen play, and there is nowhere to go. He's brought down on the play with a sack. That's number 50. That's number 58, Aiden Davidson, making the sack. Loss of 9 on the play, and the Bullpups now 2nd down and 18. Excuse me, that was an 8-yard loss on the play. Bullpups looking to the sideline to get the play. 3:23 to go in this first quarter. 6-6 our score if you're just joining us here at McPherson Stadium. The Great Bend Panthers and the McPherson Bullpups. Carter Allen in pistol formation. Fakes the handoff. Now it's going to try to run it up the middle. Makes one man miss. Can't make a second man miss, and is brought down on the play by number 5, Jacob Hall, coming up from his nickel position. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 18. 2:52 to go here in this first quarter. 3rd down and 18 from the Bullpup 47-yard line. Multiple subs coming onto the field for the Bullpups. Carter Allen running this offense. Dane Becker in at running back. Nearest wide receiver on the play is Bishop Brown. He's out near the numbers on the home sideline. Tight end in formation. 2 wide receivers split out to the far side. Timeout's going to be taken. Excuse me, that's going to be a delay of game. However, I think they're going to give the timeout to the Bullpups.
Yeah, it looks like it.
We will step aside for 1 minute. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Water conservation is the most cost-effective and environmentally sound way to reduce our demand for water. You can reduce your water consumption by taking a few simple steps. Install low-flow devices on your faucets and shower heads. Running only full loads in the washing machine can save 300 to 800 gallons per month. Set automatic sprinklers to run during the coolest part of the day. Remember, watering on windy days can waste up to 300 gallons of water due to evaporation. For other ways to reduce your water bill, contact your Board of Public Utilities Customer Service Office, 620-245-2515.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin.
Together
we are Stamatic of Central Kansas. With a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stamaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Stamatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Stamatic, you'll be ecstatic.
98.9 and 1540.
Carter Allen rolling to the near side as there's a lot of blockers on the far side, but instead a big sack in the backfield. Down goes Carter Allen back to their own 40. Their original the original line of scrimmage was the Great Bend 45. And that results in a huge loss. McPherson now will have to punt it away with 2 minutes and ticking left in the first quarter.
Promising start to that bullpup drive, getting the 5-yard run, then the penalty, and then from there on it just did not go to plan. The sack originally, and then just a couple of plays that just didn't go the bullpup's way.
Brock Richardson boots it, but it'll go out of bounds to the near side on the 39-yard line. So Great Bend will take over there. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. When we return, Great Bend will be back on offense. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Here's a bright idea. Internet should be fast and reliable. That's why IdeaTech is connecting towns and neighborhoods with modern fiber internet. Modern, fast, reliable internet. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan today at ideatech.com. Here's a bright idea. The internet should work. That's why IdeaTech is building modern fiber networks across Kansas. Internet that just works. Another bright idea from IdeaTech. Find your plan at ideatech.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field here in McPherson as Great Bend got their second drive started on offense, or rather their third, with a first down run to the far side, but left for no gain was Great Bend, so it'll make it 2nd down and 10 with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Tie game at 6 as Great Bend started off the scoring on the opening kick, returning it for 90 yards all the way for a touchdown. McPherson then on their first offensive drive drove it down the field to tie the game, so it's 6-6. 2nd down and 10 for Great Bend at their own 39. Trips to the near side. Mitten fakes the handoff. Fires far side. It's dropped to the far side. Incomplete. That makes it 3rd down. Hayden Kelly just could not haul it in.
Yeah, that was just a quick hitch pattern, a 5-yard hitch pattern on the far side. Just was unable to haul it in. Instead of trying to use his hands, he used more of his chest, and it fell to the ground. For the Bullpups, that's pretty peaceful. If for the Panthers, you want to make that catch, because I think he had a little bit of space, but I don't think he was getting very far after that.
Yeah, I would say the hands are a lot softer than your shoulder pads, is what it would seem like. So he should have gone with his hands. 5 wide set for Daxon Mitten, 3 near side, 2 to the far, and he'll take the snap. It'll be a design QB run as he goes to the far side and bringing him down at the line of scrimmage. Once again, it's Jaron Stutzman. That makes it 4th down.
Stutzman is having himself a game right now. He's all over the field. He recorded the sack on the first technical defensive possession for the Bullpups, and that time he set a hard edge right there and didn't let Minton get around him to the outside and make a play.
They'll call it a gain of 1. And now that'll make it 4th down, and the punting unit comes on for both teams. This likely will be the last play of the quarter. There's a 6-second difference between play clock and game clock. Well, we'll see. Kern boots it away far side. Dane Becker back deep to return, but it bounces to the 20 and out of bounds at the 18-yard line with 8 seconds actually left in the first quarter. So we'll keep it here because there's pretty much one play left until we see the end of the first quarter of the 2024 season.
Yeah, you know what, Lane? This has been a nice game for really both sides. You start out with Great Bend with the big kick return, the 90-yard kick return to start, and then you've had 2 very not so great to call it the least or whatever offensive possessions to start, but then the Bullpups came out, responded with a touchdown drive, and is now setting up for their third drive of the quarter and of the half. And they are looking to continue the offensive success and put 6 more points on the scoreboard.
First down and 10. They'll mark it at their own 17.5-yard line, actually. 3 receivers, 2 of them on the near side. For Carter Allen in the shotgun and a man in the backfield, they'll hand it off. It's Catch Delaney once again, bullying his way up the middle, brought down at the 20, so just a gain of about 2.5 to wind down this first quarter. It's come to a close, and it's a back-and-forth affair, just about how a lot of people predicted to start off this season, a 6-6 tie through 12 minutes of play. Second quarter action coming up right after this. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Hey Bullpup fans, it's Corey at Midway Motors. We're excited for another great year of Bullpup sports. Midway has been a proud supporter of McPherson schools for over 30 years. There's nothing better than seeing the kids play, learn, and pursue greatness as a team. As a community, let's work together to make it the best experience possible for them. Be positive, always encourage, and let the kids compete. Go get 'em, pups. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Even when you know the end is near, saying goodbye can be difficult. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County can help your family. Focus on making the time you have left the best it can be, whether it's at home, in a nursing facility, or in the comfortable atmosphere of Hospice House. The hospice staff will help guide you through those difficult decisions. Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency, serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson, a member of Hutchinson Regional Healthcare System.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field here in McPherson. We're through 12 minutes of the 2024 season in a tie game, 6-6. Started off with a bang, just 12 seconds in. Great Bend got their first touchdown on the opening kick, a 90-yard return all the way to the house by Cooper Ohnmacht. And then the McPherson Bullpups got a touchdown on their first offensive possession of the season, highlighted by a 3-yard pitch and catch from Carter Allen to Catch Delaney. Here on 2nd down and 6, Delaney gets it off the edge on a sweep, but only gets a couple of yards on the far side. And it'll make it 3rd down and medium for the Bullpups as they start off this second quarter at their own 22-yard line.
You know, Lane, one of the players that we really did not talk about at the beginning of the game, Great Bend Panthers linebacker Trenton Kern led the team in tackles last year. That time made an excellent play coming up from his linebacker position, his middle linebacker position, and making a play and not letting Catch Delaney gain any more than about 2 yards on that play.
So now 3rd down and 5, as it will be a handoff on 3rd down. Looked like an RPO. Delaney bullies his way up the middle and gets a decent gain and gets the first down. A run on the far hash of about 6 yards. He needed 5, got the extra one just to make sure. First down, McPherson at their own 29.
And this is what I thought the Bullpups got away from in their second drive of this game. I thought they got away from the run and tried to pass just a little bit too much. They've seen success with the run game, especially with Catch Delaney, and I think they need to continue doing that and trust the offensive line and let those big boys roll.
First down for McPherson. They're on the left hash out of the shotgun. Carter Allen with Catch Delaney in the backfield to his left hip pocket. 2 receivers near side, a tight end and a receiver on the far side. Towards the numbers on the far side is that receiver. He'll look to throw on a 3-step drop. He'll run up the middle, trying to spin his way forward. Sheds off 1 tackle, but does not get off of a second level. Good gain, though, on first down. They're going to give him 4.
Absolutely. That was an excellent gain. Carter Allen just didn't see anybody open and just said, you know what, the pressure's kind of getting to me a little bit. Let me step up in the pocket and just take off and run with it. You kind of like a little bit of Lamar Jackson from last night, except Carter Allen can't run like Lamar Jackson. He just does what he can, lowered the shoulder, shrugged one man off, and picked up four on the play.
I mean, heck, Lamar Jackson threw for almost 300 yesterday and ran for over 100, but lost by a toenail. Remember that?
You know, if that shoe wasn't a 13.5, it was just a 13, they probably would have won that game.
They probably would have. 9:50 to go here in the second quarter. Flags fly as the play clock expired, so it's a delay of game called on McPherson. So forget about that 4-yard run on first down. They're going to move him 5 yards back.
Yeah, now it's going to be 2nd down and 11. I mean, you have a great play there, and it just seems so lackluster to get back to the football. That's just being week one of the season a little bit. Just communication, just off a touch. We're okay.
Second down and 11 now is the call as they'll bring him back to their own 28. Shotgun formation for Carter Allen now in the middle of the field. 2 receivers right, 1 far. There'll be a fake handoff and a QB keeper to run near side to the 35. Tried to spin his way past the 35 to the 40. Instead, just brought down at the 38, but make it 3rd down and 1, a gain of 10, the same number as his jersey for Carter Allen.
Carter Allen's already got 26 yards and just in this first half on the ground. It's only the 3rd drive. He's been excellent here running the football, keeps the eyes up, finds holes where they can be, especially there too. Saw the hole kind of open up, let it develop, and was able to take advantage.
9 minutes and counting, second quarter, tied game at 6. 3rd down and 1 for McPherson at their own 38. It'll be a handoff on 3rd and 1. Just going up the middle is Dane Becker, his first rush of the season, and gets McPherson the first down for a gain of 2 on the near hash.
Just a simple play call there. Get up. Let's trust that center guard. Let's trust that offensive line. Let's go get this first down and keep this drive going.
Any way you can. First down at the 41-yard line. Allen in the shotgun, 2 receivers far. Tight end and a receiver on the near side. Handoff Becker once more. Was met up immediately on the near side by a defender. Believe that was Michael Montoya. Tried to drag him for a couple more yards, but they'll give him 1 at the 43.
And I'll tell you what, right now, this Great Bend Panthers defense, they're trying to stop this run. They have 6, 7 guys in the box, 7, 8 guys in this box, and are almost daring the Bullpups to try to beat them over the top. I can almost see with head coach Chase Pavlovich and the offensive coordinator getting together and taking advantage of this later on in game. But right now, they're just gonna set it up and continue running the football.
Well, it looks like they're stacking the box again on second down. Fake handoff, bootleg far side, firing on the run. It's tipped, bobbled actually, and incomplete. The intended receiver on the far side was Caven Bird, the starting fullback. He did not get his hands on it cleanly to try to haul it in, make it 3rd down and 8 for McPherson.
Yeah, the pass was just a little bit high of the target. It can happen. Bird had to flip his hips a little bit. But the play was there. It worked to perfection. You had the wide open receiver, and now you got to move on and go down to 3rd and 8.
We'll see what they can do here. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Pistol set for Carter Allen. Delaney behind him by just a couple of yards. Play clock down to 5. He gets the snap. 3-step drop. Allen looking to throw. He'll fire on the run. Near side. It's caught. Brought down at the Great Bend 41. It's Chase Kane, the 6'5 tight end. Hauls it in for the first down.
What a catch by Chase Kane. Had Jacob Hall draped all over him. But what a catch. What a throw by Carter Allen. Just put it only where Kane could catch it.
Huge gain on that one. First down at the Great Bend 41. 7:25 to go in the first half, and a tie game at 6. McPherson trying to take the lead on this possession. Would be their first lead of the game. Another pistol set, 2 receivers each side for McPherson as they move from left to right. He'll take the snap, another 3-step drop. Delaney back there to block, got a clean one. This time, Allen just going to throw it away. No receiver open on the near side to make it 2nd down and 10.
And you know, this Great Bend Panthers defense, we talked about how they're putting people in the box. That time they went with a 3-4-man front, 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. And so they had 7 in the box, but it was more spread out. It was tougher to read, and they still came with 4 and are kind of confusing that offensive line there in Carter Allen.
They go with a multiple style defense. Sometimes they'll work in a 4-4 from time to time. 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers. They might be right now.
They are currently in it right now.
Play clock down to 10. Shotgun formation for Carter Allen. 2 receivers each side. Correction, 2 receivers far, 1 near, and a tight end on the left side. Play clock's down to 2. Allen takes the snap, and he'll hand it off to Delaney up the middle on a power run. He'll gain 4 yards and brought down at the Great Bend 38. 3rd down and medium for the Bullpups.
Simple run just right behind that left guard, and they're going to follow Chase Garibaldi all night long. He is the veteran of this group, and I know Logan Peterson on the left guard has had some experience as well, especially when Sean Nutt went down last year with an injury, and Logan Peterson stepped in and did a phenomenal job. But they're going to trust this offensive line.
They ruled it a gain of 3, 3rd down and 7 at the 38. Another shotgun formation. He'll roll to the left in Allen. Allen pumps once. Pressure's coming behind him. Fires on the run. It's caught. Bishop Brown for a first down inside the 30 to the 27. A late throw by Carter Allen. He finds Bishop Brown. A key receiver and a terrific catch for McPherson.
That play, there was a lot of crossing routes there, and Bishop Brown was crossing from the far side to the near side, but when Carter Allen rolled out to the far side, Bishop Brown stopped, realized where he was going, and took off back across the other side to help Carter Allen, and found himself open, and Carter Allen hit him in stride, and he was able to pick up 10 yards on the play.
Brown will have to check out now because he's getting a nosebleed after that last hit. So he's on the sideline getting tended to. Shotgun set, trips to the near side. Hand off Delaney up the middle, found a hole, and pushed forward for extra yardage after being tripped up. Decent gain. They'll call it 7 yards on first down, all the way to the Great Bend 21.
Excellent run there. He kept the shoulders down. Delaney not overly big, but is strong. He almost runs small to the ground and is able to fight through contact, especially at the line of scrimmage. That time picking up 7 yards on the play.
They actually call it 6, 2nd down and 4, 5:20 and ticking here in the second quarter, and a tied ball game at 6. Trips near side in the shotgun. Allen will look to throw, wants to go quickly and does. Fires far side, caught for a first down and pushed out of bounds. That was Ashton Malm inside the 15 to the 13. First down for the Bullpups on a gain of 8.
Excellent route there. It's just a simple whip route, which means you're almost coming on a slant, and then you stop dead in your tracks, take off to the outside, kind of like an out route. It's a couple of routes mixed together. However, that's a great job by Malm to be able to change directions as quickly as he did, and what an excellent route, what an excellent throw by Carter Allen.
And now they're in the red zone. First down and 10 at the 14 is what they call it. Or actually, it is the 13 of Great Bend. Shotgun set. Allen will throw. It's a screen pass. It's caught near side, but tripped up and brought down is Alec Harms at the 12-yard line. Short gain on first down.
Just trying to get his playmakers out in space. That's what that screen pass is designed to do. It only picked up 1 yard, but you can run things off of that screen play, and they're going to run that screen play all the time. That is one of their cornerstone plays on this offense for this Bullpups team.
2nd down and 9 at the 12 is what they rule it. It looks more like a long 8, short 9 here on 2nd down. Shotgun formation for Carter Allen as they work out of the spread again. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Allen, pressure comes, tries to escape it, but he's ripped down at the 19-yard line in the backfield. That was the linebacker Connor Holliday, who's also the starting running back for Great Bend, to make it 3rd down and long, and the Panthers will call timeout, their first of the half.
Panthers that time brought 5 defenders on the rush. They got one-on-one with every offensive lineman, and they were able to get home with multiple guys. Just, however, 22, Connor Holliday going to get credited with that sack.
We'll take a 30-second break and be back for 3rd down and 16 coming up. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Hi, I'm Carly Sutton with First Bank Kansas, where we're committed to making your home a reality. Picture this, your dream home perfectly within reach. With our flexible and affordable home mortgage options, we're here to turn your dreams into possibilities. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to refinance, First Bank Kansas is more than just a lender. We're your dedicated partners in building your future. Our personalized services ensure that your mortgage aligns with your unique needs. Don't delay. Let's make your dream home a reality at First Bank Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field. 4:20 to go in the second quarter, rather. 3rd down and 16 for the Bullpups, all the way at the Great Bend 19-yard line. But the last play resulted in a sack, making it a long loss. So McPherson having to go with 3rd down and long. Shotgun set, 2 receivers each side. Allen will look to throw out of the backfield. Pocket collapses, and he's going to be ripped down again. Back-to-back sacks. Connor Holliday was there, but so was Brady Schnoblin for the big-time sack all the way back to the Great Bend 27. That'll make it 4th down and a mile as the yard to gain is the 3.
Schnoblin coming off that edge against the right tackle, Charlie Barrow, just able to beat him with his hands on just a quick speed rush around the edge, and Carter Allen almost had no time and no space, especially with Holliday coming up the middle.
They'll keep the offense on. Too short for a punt, too long for a field goal. 4th down and 24 at the 27-yard line. Allen will look to fire it high and deep. 2 receivers, but 2 defenders there as well. Allen was hit, or excuse me, that was Brown, by Ian Pramer to rip it incomplete. So that'll make it turnover on downs. Some Bullpup coaches wanted there to be a flag, but no dice. So it's 1st down and 10 for Great Bend with plenty of time left in the half. 3:29 plus 2 timeouts.
Carter Allen just said, you know what, I'm going to trust my guy. I'm going to throw this thing up there into double coverage, and just not able to bring it down was Bishop Brown. He almost hauled it in. It would have been an excellent play, but you know what? Connor Holiday got home again to hit Carter Allen in the backfield.
So now the Great Bend offense will head on to the field once again. An offense that has not scored yet this season. It's the special teams that has all 6 points for the Great Bend so far, and that was on the opening kickoff. The Great Bend offense looking to fix that right here with 3:29 to go in the first half. Trips to the far side, 1 receiver near side out of the shotgun. Minton will hand it off. Sharts finds an opening up the middle, gets the 1st down, rips it off at the 40. Can't escape another tackle, or he does escape it. He's past midfield to the McPherson 49. A terrific gain on 1st down.
What an excellent play there by Sharts, just open wide. It's just a simple dive play, almost a zone play, with a zone blocking scheme up front, and he was able to break it off and then break 3, 4, 5 tackles and just get by Bullpup defenders and make that almost a 32-yard pickup.
1st down and 10 at the Bullpup 49 with 3:20 to go here in the second quarter, as Daxton Minton will work out of the shotgun again. The clock has stopped at 3:20, but that's because he was pushed out of bounds. Trips to the far side, some confusion between Minton and Sharts in the backfield. It'll be a screen pass to the far side. It's complete to Ohnmacht. He's ripped down just shy of the 40 at the 41-yard line by the Bullpups to make it 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, an excellent play. And you know what? With this Panthers team, we talked about Premer before the game. Premer's on that side. He went out to block. You can use him as a decoy. That time they did. Gotten out to Ohnmacht, and he picked up 7 yards on that excellent screen play.
I don't think we've seen Premer catch a pass yet. Now, the Bullpup defense, they've said they want to double him up, but they can't do it too much because you have other playmakers. 2nd down and 3 at the Bullpup 42. It'll be a handoff to Sharts. He breaks off the first level and breaks off another tackle. He's at the 30 before being wrestled down by the secondary at the Bullpup 29-yard line. Brody Seidel was there to rip him down, but another big gain by the Panthers.
And you know what? I will tell you this. What you said before that last play, that was the first catch they've had all game. That was the first reception they've had all game. However, Jay Sharts is running over Bullpup defenders right now.
Sharts is in the backfield once more. Trips to the near side and a shotgun formation for Daxton Minton. 2:15 and ticking, first half, tied game at 6. Great Bend looking to take the lead. Minton will drop back. Now he's going to tuck it and run up the middle. He's being chased down by Bullpups, and he's brought down for a gain of about 5 on 1st down. I believe that was Brock Richardson there to bring him down from his shoelaces.
Yeah, Brock Richardson, kind of more of a spy in that spot, just man in the middle zone here. Saw Minton take off. I thought with rushing forward, I thought the rush lanes kind of got out of the way of the Bullpups a little bit, and Brock Richardson there able to clean it up after a 5-yard pickup.
2 backs in the backfield, but they're Pramer and Ohnmacht. Those are 2 receivers, and Minton is there in the shotgun. Handoff to Pramer near side, and he's being dragged down to the 21. It's a short gain of about 3 yards, but that makes it 3rd down and short. Ian Pramer getting the rush that time.
Yeah, I mean, when you're an athlete and at 6'6", Ian Pramer is 6'6", 215. You use him any way you possibly can. He's like Micah Parsons for that Cowboys defense. You got to use him any way possible because he's so good at everything else.
3rd down and a long 2, maybe a short 3 as well at the 22. Minute 5 and ticking in the first half. Minton out of the shotgun, trips to the far side. Fake handoff, he'll look to throw. Fires, finds Pramer at the 10-yard line. It's going to take multiple Bullpups to bring him down. They finally do at the 9.5 for 1st and goal for Great Bend.
Just another simple sit-down route. He tried to go on a little crossing route, but just sat down right in the middle of the field. They got it to Pramer, and it's 6'6" frame, and he's able to bring it down, but stopped right away with a nice gang tackle by the Bullpups.
just over 40 seconds. They'll hand it off on first and goal. Schartz inside the 5, ripped down at the 4-yard line by Jaron Stutzman. And now whistles blow and a timeout. It's going to be called, I believe, by Great Bend to try to stop the clock as it's at 35 seconds left in the first half. Yep, it is called by Great Bend. That's their second timeout of the half. They have one left.
You know, three plays is all that Jay Schartz has had on the ground. He's got 50 yards.
Well, it's worked. Yeah, he's been the go-to guy on offense, and you know, we'll see if they go to him again for second down and fourth, for second down and goal at the 4.
This is really, for this Great Bend Panthers team, I know it's week 1, but they're showing a three-headed monster here of Jay Schartz, Ian Premer, and Daxton Minton, and it's going to be hard to stop, especially for some other teams in their league.
While we have a break in the action, I'd like to take the time to thank our sponsors, including Next-Tech Wireless. You could stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next-Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Also, don't forget, we'll have our halftime show coming up at the end of the second quarter, brought to you by Great Plains Federal Credit Union, where we'll give you score updates from around the area and also some first half stats. But of course, we still have 35 seconds till we get there as both teams head back out onto the field to get ready for second down and goal at the 4-yard line. Tied game at 6. Great Bend looking to take the lead, their first lead since the Bullpups tied it up halfway through the first quarter. They'll work with 3 backs in the backfield. Under center, it'll be a handoff to Schartz. He breaks one on the near side, but he's brought down at the 2-yard line as Coach Beck will come out to call timeout. The final timeout for Great Bend with 26 seconds left in the half to make it third down and goal at the 2.
Again, the Bullpups there in the backfield to try to tackle Jay Schartz, but breaks one tackle, but then Brock Richardson, 6'1", 200-pound Brock Richardson's there to clean it up.
We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and we'll be back for the final 26 seconds of the first half. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
We're here to keep you rolling. Rod's Tire and Service.
Rod here, Rod's Tire and Service of Hillsboro. If you're looking for a new set of tires or wheels, come see us today. Chances are we probably have what you need in stock, and we can put it on your vehicle the day you come in. We are here to keep you rolling.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Third down and goal at the 2-yard line for Great Bend. They put 3 seconds back on the clock, so 29 seconds left in the half. Tied game at 6 here in the second quarter. Daxton Minton in the shotgun. 3 receivers far side. It's going to be a bootleg. Fires to Premer wide open in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. Daxton Minton to Ian Premer, a duo that Great Bend fans will hear many times this season as the Panthers take the lead with 24.7 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, Bullpups tried to go press man-to-man coverage on the outside on those trips receivers to the far side. And then Onmach and Jacob Hall just kind of cleared the way and almost set a pick route for Ian Premer, and he was able to get into the end zone on just a short 2-yard touchdown pass.
So now they're going to go for 2 to try to get an 8-point lead. They had an extra point attempt after their first touchdown, but it didn't even reach the crossbar, so they'll go for 2. Minton takes the snap out of the shotgun. High fade pass to the corner of the end zone. It's caught. Did he keep the toes in? He did. Cooper Onmach gets the 2-point conversion. It's 14-6, Great Bend. 24.7 seconds to go here in this second quarter. We'll take another 30-second break, and we'll be back for the end of this first half. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field at McPherson Stadium on the campus of McPherson College for our coverage of McPherson Bullpup football. Lane Gillespie, Nathan Roble here with you, as we will be all season long here on 98.9, 1540 KMCP. 14-6 Great Bend over the McPherson Bullpups with 24 seconds left in the first half. The Panthers were able to drive down to get their first offensive score of the season, capped off by a Daxon Mitten to Ian Premer 3-yard touchdown throw and catch, and a 2-point conversion good. Omar Razzo will be the man to kick it off at the 40-yard line for Great Bend to McPherson, as Ashton Malm and Bishop Brown will be back deep to return. It's a squib kick that hits off the foot of a Bullpup at the 46, and I think was picked up by McPherson. It was. So now you give McPherson really good field position with 21 seconds left in the half, Nathan.
Absolutely. It almost worked to perfection. I know what they were trying to do. The Panthers were trying to just kick it off a Bullpup and try to recover it themselves, but now you've set up the Bullpups with excellent field position, albeit in their own territory, but it's their own 46-yard line.
21.7 to go in the first half, as well as 2 timeouts for McPherson. It'll be a pistol formation for Carter Allen. We'll see if they'll try to throw the ball down the field or if they'll run it out to end this first half. They will hand it off on first down. It's up the middle, the starting running back. That is, if I can get a name right in my head, Dane Becker for a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily as they go to Bullpup territory. Actually, mark them a half a yard short, so it's second down at about a half yard, and a timeout called by the Bullpups with 16.3 to go in this first half. So they went with a run, which did waste quite a bit of clock, but good gain there on first down, and actually they're going to give him the first down.
Absolutely, I think they do end up giving him the first down at the Panther 44-yard line. But Lane, I actually don't really hate that play. If you have a good run there, now that sets the offense up. You take the timeout with 16 seconds to go, and you're within some sort of scoring position because you have one more timeout left, which means you probably essentially have 2, maybe 3 more plays if you're able to get up to the line of scrimmage quickly or get out of bounds. However, that's just a simple run play because you don't know if you're going to have that much time. But the Panthers kind of cleared out the middle of the field, and Dane Becker took advantage of it and picked up 10 yards.
16.3 to go here in the first half as the Bullpups trail by 8 here in the second quarter. It'll be a shotgun set for Carter Allen, 2 receivers each side. 1 receiver far side, but a tight end as well with a back in the backfield. That's Dane Becker once more, as finally we'll get play underway and the play clock will start for Carter Allen working out of the shotgun. He'll look to throw, wants to throw quickly far side. He does. It's complete, but brought down at the 41-yard line. Timeout called by McPherson, a gain of just 3 on first down, and that's the Bullpups' final timeout of the half. 10.6 to go here in the second quarter.
Hey, Lane, the Panthers had 12 men on the field.
Did they?
Yeah, so they went 3-3, but had a nickel corner here, so it was more of a 3-4 with 5 guys manning the back.
Weird. The officials didn't see it, though.
But the weird thing was the nose guard ran onto the field right before the play was snapped.
What do you know? They rolled it a gain of 4 on that first down throw and catch, by the way, so they're actually at the 40, but interesting observation that you saw there, Nathan.
Yeah, because I was thinking about, okay, what are they trying to do here on defense? And obviously they were trying to keep a five-man person or prevent in front of the Bullpups in front of them. Now, obviously, they stopped him for 4 yards, but then I saw the runner run on, and I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right. Or the nose guard run on, and I was like, I don't think this is right at all. And obviously was not called immediately, but now they've gotten right. They got away with it a little bit, and now they've got 11 men on the field.
Prevent defense, as the defensive backs are all at least 10, 15 yards past the receivers. Allen will look to throw, but he's going to be brought down. Another sack, and with no timeouts left, the first down is going to come to a close after the sack by Aiden Davidson on the far side.
Excellent job by Aiden Davidson, just getting by his assignment, and was able to take Carter Allen down to finish out this half as the Panthers take the lead into halftime. The Panthers really got to love what they've done this half. They started strong, finished strong, and got that 3-headed monster going.
14-6 is the halftime score. We'll have the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report coming up right after this. You're listening to Bullpup on KMCP.
Yeah.
Tonight's coverage of Bullpup football continues next with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's first half and catch you up on other scores around the area. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At McPherson College, you bring the dream, we'll assemble the team. Your experience as a Bulldog student-athlete includes a team of coaches and professors dedicated to your success. McPherson College is home to KCAC champions, NAIA All-Americans, and champions of character. We're also home to some of the lowest student debt and highest career outcomes in Kansas. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Learn more at macbulldogs.com.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
Hi friends, this is Dana Sammer with the Alliance Agency. There are many Medicare options. Original Medicare with a supplement, Advantage plans with networks of doctors and often zero premiums, and there are even Medicare savings accounts where the government pays you up to $3,000 per year to cover your medical expenses. And if you don't use it, you get to save it. Call me today at 245-4861 to discuss your Medicare options, and thank you.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. With a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
Well, coming up on Saturday, the 22nd ranked KU Jayhawks will hit the road for the first time this season and get a big test as they'll take on Big Ten foe, the Illinois Fighting Illini, under the lights at Memorial Stadium, as KU defeated Illinois last year at home. But new KU offensive coordinator Jeff Grimes says you can't rely too much on that outcome.
It's a game that you watch a lot because we're a bit of a unique offense and they're a unique defense, and so your eyes keep going back to that game to get a feel for how they're going to play us. I try not to talk a lot about the previous year or even the previous game because I'm a really big believer in the fact that this year is this year and this game is this game. There's a saying, no man ever steps in the same river twice, because it's not the same river and he's not the same man. And I think that's true in football as well.
And you can hear KU take on Illinois on 94.7 KSKU starting with pregame at 4:30. The Kansas State Wildcats are also on the road on Saturday as they'll head to Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans and take on a Tulane team that defeated the Wildcats 2 years ago in Manhattan. Kansas State will look to get some revenge as quarterback Avery Johnson says the offense has to play more up-tempo than it did on Saturday.
We didn't really have a lot of opportunities. I think I took 43 snaps Saturday. Walking off the field, it was like, man, we had a lot of good plays that we just really didn't get to get called. And I had no idea how low our snap count was Saturday. So that kind of plays a factor in it. And then we had a bunch of explosive runs, and I think we had 3 explosive passes, 10 explosive runs, so 13 explosives on 43 plays. It's not as bad as it seems. We had a bunch of yards in total offense. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the number one stat that I look for every week is just, did we win or did we lose? And we came off with the win.
The Wildcats and Green Wave will kick off at 11 a.m. The rest of the Big 12 schedule has Arkansas playing at number 16 Oklahoma State. A former Big East matchup has Pittsburgh playing at Cincinnati. The first Big 12 matchup has Baylor playing at number 11 Utah. It's a battle for the Cy-Hawk Trophy in Iowa City as Iowa State goes to number 21 Iowa. Albany will play at West Virginia. Sam Houston will play at UCF. Houston plays former Big 12 opponent Oklahoma in Norman. LIU will play at TCU. Texas Tech plays at Washington State. North Arizona plays at Arizona. Mississippi State plays at Arizona State. And maybe the biggest game of the day, a former Big 12 rivalry game as Colorado takes on Nebraska. I'm Scott Miller with that look at your halftime sports. Lucky Kid will have high school scores coming up next.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Visit GPFCU in Hillsboro or McPherson or online at GreatPlainsFCU.com. Bullpup Football on KMCP.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing, a priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
Crable Special Meats has a meat bundle just right for you. They range in price from $85 to $349. For the tailgating enthusiasts to the grilling aficionados. Or if you just want to stock your freezer, we've got the bundle that's right for you.
Crable Specialty Meats, just north of McPherson, exit 63 off the interstate.
At Hutchinson Community College, our online education department enables you to take classes anytime from anywhere. Flexible, affordable, and designed to fit your schedule. HutchCC's online education could be the answer for you. Email info@hutchcc.edu.
The experienced team at Pyle Law is located at 705 West Kansas Avenue in McPherson and is ready to assist you with every aspect of your personal injury case. Tom and his staff have over 25 years of experience and work diligently to fight for the compensation you deserve. If you've been hurt at work or in a car or motorcycle wreck, call 620-241-9000 for a free consultation today. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Visit pylelaw.legal to find more information and rest assured you're moving in the right direction.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
Lucky Kid with the Ad Astra scoreboard update. Smoky Valley is trailing Larned 38 at the half. Right now, McPherson and Great Bend are tied up at 7. Other scores around the area: Bueller meeting Mulvane 14-0. Haven up on Hillsboro 14-7. Beloit over Lyons 24-0. That early in the second quarter. Bay South leading Newton 28-0. Heston and Halstead knotted up at 7. Andale leading El Dorado 24-0. Southeast is leading Minneapolis 24-0, and Clay Center leads Abilene in the first quarter score there at 6-0. After one quarter, Salina Central and Salina South are knotted up at 7. Join us tonight at 10 for the Kansas High School Scoreboard Show with Eric Peterson on Kicks 106.1 with your scoreboard update. I'm Lucky Kid.
Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field as we continue on the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime reports as the Bullpups trail 14-6 at the end of one half against the Great Bend Panthers here at home. Lane Gillespie, Nathan Roble here with you through one half of play. We'll send it over to Nathan now to give us some first half stats. So Nathan, what do we got?
You know, Lane, these stats are kind of skewed a little bit. I know McPherson's really gaining the yardage both on the passing side and the rushing side. McPherson in the first half has 79 total passing yards, 14 of those coming by the way of 14 of those are from Ian Premer for Great Bend. I'm not looking at the right person. Bishop Brown, 23 yards on three receptions. Ashton Malm, 2 receptions for 23 yards as well. Chase Kane, 2 receptions, 33 yards. And then Catch Delaney's got a 3-yard touchdown reception. And number 2, Alec Harms, has a 1-yard catch as well. Now looking at the passing for Great Bend, like I said, Ian Premer has got 2 catches for 14 yards. Cooper Ohnmach has 1 catch for 7 yards, and that's the only receiving yardage or passing yardage for Great Bend tonight, just 21 passing yards. Now on the rushing side, the Bullpups have 79 rushing yards, and they've kind of spread the wealth a little bit. They've got 4 carries by Dane Becker. He's got 19 yards. Catch Delaney's got 8 carries on 32 yards. And then Carter Allen's gotten in a little bit and has got seven carries for 26 yards. He's having a nice night as well. And then Brock Richardson also has a two-yard run. And then for the Great Bend Panthers, they've been led on the ground, although only 4 carries. Jay Shards, 51 rushing yards. Also, you got Daxton Minton, who's only had 2 rushes. They've kind of held him in check a little bit. He's only got 6 rushing yards tonight. And then Cooper Holliday's got himself 2 yards on 1 rush. And then finally, Ian Premer's got 3 yards on 1 rush as well. So total yardage, we got the Great Bend Panthers with 83 total yards and the McPherson Bullpups with 162, although the biggest difference in the game, that 90-yard touchdown return on the opening kickoff by Cooper Onmach.
Yeah, I was going to say, you mentioned just a few yards Onmach has receiving wides, but if you add in the all-purpose yards, he's having a great game so far with that 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to start off the game. That definitely started things off on the right foot for Great Bend, but how about McPherson to not give up or give in and just shake off that opening kickoff return with a touchdown of their own on their first offensive possession of the game?
Well, yeah, the Bullpups kind of weathered that storm early. I know that's kind of what Jace Pavlovich talked about in your pregame segment with him is weather that storm early. It's going to be okay because they're going to get tired here. They got guys going both ways, but Cooper Onmach, you didn't think it was going to be the opening kickoff of the season, but he got out there, got in space, and made a couple of men miss. Actually, I say that. No one was really even in the way, yeah. And they put 6 on the board early. They missed the extra point, but they made up for it with the 2-point conversion late in the half, their last drive in the half. And outside of that, the Bullpups put together a couple of good drives. They had one lackluster drive in the middle of it, but both teams are playing well, and they're fighting hard, and it's a 14-6 game, but definitely more of a defensive battle.
And, something that I've noticed, is, as you mentioned, the defensive battle, that's something that Coach Pav has said multiple times. That is the one thing that he may be worried about quite a bit. And also the one thing that they really need to find the holes to plug up, replacing Tegan Haynes, Jay Schreiner, just to name a couple of key guys from last year. Brock Richardson's really stepped up. So was the front line for the Bullpups as well in this one, especially with guys like Jaron Stutzman, Chase Kane, Alex Stout. Jace Fitzmaurice has been in there a couple of times as well. They haven't really needed to go to their secondary as much. They haven't quite gone deep, but it's been that short yardage game that McPherson has really stopped, especially early on in possessions and forcing a couple of punts early on.
Absolutely, and you talk about Stutzman. I've been really, really, really impressed with him. He's getting off the ball quick. He's making offensive linemen miss a little bit, and you know what? It's just one of those things where this Bullpup defense is impressing here early. But again, you talk about this defense. The Panthers are having a nice game too, but they're trying to dare the Bullpups to pass the ball downfield. But and the Bullpups aren't budging. They're going to keep running this football and trusting that offensive line.
Here's the thing, though, and this is not a slight at Carter Allen at all. Can Carter Allen really throw that far, especially get it over a guy as tall as Ian Premer, the 6'6" free safety?
And you bring up, that's an excellent point. This is a star free safety in Ian Premer, who is 6'6", 215. It's going to be tough to throw the football deep, and they know that, and so that's why they're daring them to do it, because they can bring Premer up and be 8 yards off the ball, and he still can make a play out in center field.
We don't want to sound like a broken record talking about Ian Premer, but the dude's legit, but especially receiving-wise, that's what he's being recruited as a tight end, but he's great as a free safety. He's also a freak athlete, as we've seen. You think about him being 6'6", 215. He's a junior. He was that as a sophomore as well. You think about a 14, 15-year-old kid at 6'6", 215. He's going to raise a few eyebrows, but he's a terrific athlete also. I mean, he averages just about a double-double in basketball too.
And you know what? There were a couple of screen plays that I noticed. He's a pretty good blocker, especially at this level. Like, he can block and get out in front of guys and help other receivers get open, and that's what he's really doing for this Great Bend Panthers team.
So both teams are now on the field. It says about 1 minute left, but both teams will also get the 3-minute warm-up period as well. So before we take the final break here in the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report, what are some key adjustments the Bullpups need to make to get into the win column and get a big win over Great Bend?
I think they need to get their they need to get the short passing game going just a touch better. They used it a little bit. Ashton Malm was a key bright spot, especially in the receiver core. However, I think they need to continue getting the ball to Catch Delaney and Dane Becker and continue running the football. For the Panthers, I just think you do what you did on that last drive and just continue to move forward.
Sounds like a plan. Well, the second half is coming up right after this. We appreciate you tuning in to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Bullpups trail 14-6. Can they come out with the win? You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. Tonight's second half kickoff is coming up next. Stream Bullpup football on your phone or tablet with the Ad Astra radio app. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For one dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
Most people know you have to change the engine oil regularly, but did you know that there are at least 4 other fluids that need serviced at regular intervals? These include transmission, power steering, brake, transfer cases, and more. Even hybrids require regular maintenance to maximize fuel economy and reduce costly repair bills. Come see the professional service team at Jarrett Automotive to make sure your car is in tip-top condition.
When it's time to give your car some kale, come to Jar. We'll see you there.
Beat the spring rush and get your lawn and garden equipment serviced this winter. Hi, this is Jason with Hometown Outdoor Power. Ensure you seize this chance to provide your equipment with the care it deserves, along with unbeatable savings like half-price pickup and delivery. Contact your local store for more details. Hometown Outdoor Power has 3 convenient locations in McPherson, Salina, and Minneapolis. Hometown Outdoor Power, your hometown partner in the outdoor power world.
What makes Scooter's coffee amazing? Maybe it's our espresso drinks, like our signature hot iced or blended Carmelicious, made from the best coffee beans in the world, and tasty breakfast sandwiches, served fresh every day. Maybe it's the refreshment of our fruit smoothies in the summer, the coziness of a hot mocha in the winter, or maybe we want to put a smile on your face. Spoiler alert, all of the above. Start your day or top it off at Scooter's Coffee. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
Scooter's Coffee in Hutchinson, McPherson, and Salina.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
We're through 24 minutes of the first game of the 2024 high school football season. And we've got a fun one on our hands here for week 1 as the Bullpups trail 14-6. But they'll have the ball to start off this second half as they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So, Nathan, as we send it over to you real quick, you talked about the things that the Bullpups need to change to come out with the win, but how do they come out in attack mode on possession number 1 to try to tie the game?
I think it starts early in the possession. I know I say it all the time, but I think it essentially is hand the football off to Catch Delaney or Dane Becker and just let Chase Garibaldi do Chase Garibaldi things and move men up front. It's unfortunate that in the year of 2024 that I'm thinking about 2 yards and a cloud of dust. I mean, well, we're on turf, so 2 yards and a cloud of turf pellets. But, hey, run the football. It'll open up the passing game a little bit, especially with the athletes that the Great Bend Panthers have on the outside that are kind of blocking or not necessarily allowing the skill players of the Bullpups to get open. It's easier, but I do think you need to get Ashton Malm more involved in the offense. I also think a little bit of passing just behind the line of scrimmage, a touch pass here, a pop pass there, a screen play here will set up everything else just as well.
Well, we'll see what Coach Pav has in his bag of tricks to get the Bullpups back on the board as they trail by 8 points. The second half is just about ready as the kicker for Great Bend, Omar Razzo, comes out to kick. Ashton Malm, Bishop Brown back deep to return. It's a high kick, a good kick at that, as it's returned at the 8-yard line by Brown. He'll cut to his left side. On the far side as we see it, breaks through, but gets tripped up past the 30 to the 31-yard line. Good return for Bishop Brown to set up the Bullpups.
And, you know, I think we've had really, really good special teams here tonight. I know we've had the 90-yard touchdown return, but even that was a good return. I know it started at around the 10-yard line and ended just past the 30-yard line, setting him up with good field position to start. But also, you've gotten the onside recovery here. You've done things on the special teams. The forgotten teams is what I like to call them. They're always forgotten, but they're so special.
Pistol set on first down, movement up front, as Carter Allen points out the men who moved as he sets up his offensive line on first down at their own 32-yard line to kick off this second half. Trips to the near side, a receiver on the far side, handoff to Catch Delaney up the middle, gets a decent gain but is stuffed up by a bunch of Panthers after 3 yards up to the Bullpup 35.
Yeah, a little like you said, 3-yard pickup there for Catch Delaney, but you now are in front of the sticks a little bit. It's 2nd down and 7. Now you can open up the playbook just a little bit or go right back to Catch Delaney. I like that run early, especially down by 8 and to start the second half.
Carter Allen once again working in a pistol, 2 receivers near side and a tight end, 1 receiver far side as they were in the middle of the field. On 2nd down, they'll fake the handoff. He'll look to throw across the middle, gets over a linebacker. It's completed by Brown at midfield, trying to break off of defenders, but he's pulled down by the back of his jersey at the 50-yard line by Ian Pramer, but it's a first down for the Bullpups.
An excellent pitch and catch there by Carter Allen to Bishop Brown. It's just a simple play-action pass off that run like we just talked about. It opened up so many things, but what you also did was you overloaded the middle of the field. Baron Brown's coming over in the intermediate spot, but you also had Malm in the deep spot making Premer make a decision.
Out of the shotgun, Delaney will hand it off, or they'll hand it off to Delaney rather. On the far side, he's tripped up for a gain of 5. Looked like he possibly could have gotten more, as that looked like possibly an RPO or a read option there on first down, and a decent gain to the Great Bend 45.
Again, this is what you wanted as the Bullpups. You're using the run, but you're also setting up passes throughout. And now you're set up 2nd down and 5. Great Bend has no idea what you're going to do next.
2nd down, pistol set, correction, shotgun for Carter Allen. Trips to the right side with a tight end and 2 receivers. 1 receiver far side as well. 3-step drop. Allen will look to throw, but the pressure comes. 4 Panthers are all the way back at the Bullpup 40, where they wrestle down Carter Allen for yet another sack. Didn't quite see who got there, but the man celebrating the most is Blaine Ensley on the front line, and it's 3rd down and a McPherson mile here for the Bullpups at their own 41.
And, you know, I think it seemed like the Great Bend Panthers defensive line just said, you know what? We think you're going to pass here. We are going to pin these ears back, and we are going to get to you. And they brought 4 or 5 guys on that play, and I think every single one of them was there in the backfield, and Carter Allen had nowhere to go with that football.
Ensley did not get a single tackle for loss last year. He gets his first sack of the year, the 6-foot junior. Shotgun set, 4 receivers. A flag comes in, and we have a false start called on McPherson to pin it back by 5 more yards. So change it from a 3rd and 19 to a 3rd and 24.
For lack of a better way to say this, that just not ideal for this Bullpups offense right now. 3rd and 24. You thought 3rd and 19 was hard to manage. 3rd and 24 is even harder.
Shotgun formation, trips near side. They're just going to hand it off on the 3rd and long, and it'll be a short gain up the middle to the Bullpup 41. So after things looked really promising for McPherson, they had 2nd down and 5 at the Great Bend 45. Now they're going to have to bring out a punting unit as they reach back to their own territory, and Brock Richardson will be the man to punt it.
And, you know, calling a spade here, Lane, we talked about it early, the turnover, especially at the quarterback position, the running back position, the wide receiver position, even on the offensive line. Things like that are going to happen. Those are growing pains that McPherson's going to have to go through a little bit.
Richardson almost got his punt blocked, but it goes away as it's bouncing at the 20 and on the Great Bend side of the field. All the Bullpups will just let it come to rest at the 20.5-yard line to make it first down for Great Bend on their first possession of the second half. So the Bullpups Bullpups. Things looked very promising, but they have to give the ball right back to the Panthers.
And now that the Panthers have the football back, look for them to keep going to Jay Schartz. I really enjoyed what he did on his 4 carries, 51 yards, averaging just over 11, even 12, 13 yards a carry, and now he's in the game, ready to go. He's a strong-looking kid, and he's just going to continue to run this football.
8:42 to go, third quarter, 14-6 Panthers. Hand off to Schartz. Far side, he finds the edge, and he's going to get a big gain. He may be gone. He's at the Bullpup 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. One man to beat. He does all the way to the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. 79 yards on one play. The Panthers really rip it wide open against the Bullpup defense.
Lane, did I say 4 carries?
Yeah. Sheesh.
I mean, that was all that was a little outside zone sweep play, and he just put his foot in the ground, turned up the field, went north and south instead of east and west, and no one was there for this Bullpups defense to even touch him. I don't think he was touched the entire 79 yards.
Omar Razzo will look to make it 21-6. He's out to kick the extra point. He's 0 for 1 so far in extra points. This one gets the distance and splits the uprights. It's good. Omar Razzo makes it 21-6. Just like that, the Panthers are in business. We'll be back in 60 seconds here from Paul Family Field in McPherson. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Hey folks, this is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. Farmers, would you like to have your farm and personal insurance handled all by the one agency? At Ag 360 Insurance, we can handle it all with one agent. We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about your insurance needs. Feel free to stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
When it comes to your personal banking, it should be, well, personal. That's how we do business at the Farmers State Bank. Farmers State Bank combines personal service with the modern convenience of advanced technology. Visit any one of our locations in Galva, Lindsborg, or McPherson and see how we take service. Very personal.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at bradburygroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field. 21-6 Panthers. They light a fire after a 79-yard touchdown rush by Jay Schartz. The ensuing kick is on the way, and Bishop Brown will return it at the 4-yard line on the near side for the Bullpups, and he's going to be dragged down at the 16 on the far side. What a job racing him down by the Panthers. I believe that was Jacob Hall there, who's the starting linebacker, to bring him down and push the Bullpups back. 8:24 to go, third quarter. The Bullpups had a promising first offensive drive before back-to-back sacks, and then one play, they give up a deep play on the 79-yard run.
Absolutely, and Layton, I think I know it's really, really early, but this is one of the most important drives of this game so far. I mean, you gotta respond. You just are now down 2 scores. The last time they had a massive play over 50 yards, we'll call it, the Bullpups came down and scored. So let's see what they do now.
Pistol formation, high snap, but he gets it down in a handoff. Up the middle to Becker. He'll gain about a yard. He had to cut to the right and cut back left to try to gain some yardage, and he couldn't. The Great Bend defense, the front line, holding true once more.
Absolutely, and I will say the strength of this Panther defense is definitely the linebacker core. Obviously Trenton Kern, but you got Holiday, you got Schartz, and you got Hall all in that linebacking core, and that's a really, really good core, especially to build on, because most of those guys are second, third-year starters for this Panther defense.
Second down and 8 at the 19. Shotgun formation. He'll pitch it out to Becker near side. Finds the edge of the 20. Hit hard at the 25. Almost helmet-to-helmet contact, but it is clean, and it is a third down and short for McPherson. That hit was by Trent Kern.
Yeah, Trent Kern came flying in, just flying in from his middle linebacker position, and an excellent tackle. However, that's what I want to see McPherson do more of. Pick up 6. They swept the ball out because the cornerbacks here for the Panthers are just not as good at tackling as Trenton Kern or Connor Holiday are.
Shotgun formation with 7:15 and ticking. Handoff on 3rd and short. Up the middle to Becker. May have gained actually maybe no gain at the 26-yard line, which will make it 4th down and short. You're pinned all the way back. They call it a gain of about a half a yard. It's 4th down and 1, but decision time for the Bullpups. You're pinned back, but you need a tough possession if you're the Bullpups. They're going to go ahead and work quickly out of the shotgun. We'll see if maybe they go with a hard count. We'll actually, I say disregard that because Carter Allen pointed out the mic and is trying to get a signal from his coaches on the sideline. Play clock is down to 10, and now he backs up. He may punt it. It's a high snap.
No.
It's going to go all the way back to the 2, and he's just going to throw it high into the air and out of bounds. What would have been a possible punt attempt for Carter Allen results in an incomplete pass. A good job to avoid the safety, but now Great Bend has a fresh possession at the Bullpup 26.
The idea was there. The concept was there of that little fake the snap and then just take 2 steps back and punt it. There was no one deep for the Panthers to return the punt. However, that punt or the snap was just way too far over Carter Allen's head, and he was just unable to recover in time.
See if the Bullpup defense can shake it off. They allowed a 79-yard run last time. A bit too close for it to be 79 yards this time. However, Great Bend is in great field position to start off this possession. They'll start with a shotgun on the near hash at the Bullpup 26. 2 receivers far, 2 near as well, with a running back in the backfield and Jace Schartz, who I'm sure is still catching his breath after that long run. But it'll be a screen pass on 1st down, far side, caught by Hall. He sheds off one far side, 15, inside the 10, and hit out of bounds at the 5-yard line. 1st down and goal for Great Bend.
Yeah, just over 20 yards on the reception. That we talked about it at halftime about Ian Premer and how good of an athlete he is. He is the reason that play came open. That was just a simple screen, and Premer went out and laid a hit on the cornerback out there and had an excellent block for Hall to get around him and work upfield and gain 20 yards on the play.
Shotgun set. 2 receivers each side as they're on the far hash. 1st down and goal at the 5. Handoff Schartz finds a hole. Bullpups trying to push him back. They stop him at about the 2. Mark at the 3, actually. Gain of 2 on 1st and goal. 2nd down at the 3. They went with Jay Schartz again. Tried to go with the power move that time, but the second level looked like for the Bullpups, the 3 linebackers really pushed their way in to stop them from crossing that goal line.
See, this is where, as a possible offensive coordinator for the Great Bend Panthers, I'm almost faking this now. Play action a little bit. True play action as we're under center, and give it out to Ian Premer on sides.
Instead, they'll hand it off to Schartz. He's stuffed immediately in the backfield. Catch Delaney was there first as they bring him down to the 6. 3rd down and goal, a big-time stop by Catch Delaney. Also there was Chase Kane, the starting defensive end.
Well, what do I know? They're just going to go right back to Jay Sharks and try to run it. But that time, that Bullpup defense knew what was coming and were able to get into the backfield. Catch Delaney, Chase Kane, those 2 guys are key to this defense, and were able to make a stop.
Well, now the Bullpup defense is coming out in a defensive formation like they're going to pass. 3rd down and goal. 2 backs in the backfield in the shotgun. They'll hand it off on a sweep. It's going to be a wide receiver throw to Daxton Mitten. He had a receiving touchdown last year, and he gets one this time. The throw by Cooper Ohnmacht. The catch by Daxton Mitten in the end zone. Touchdown Panthers. One thing that came in the scouting report earlier this week, Nathan, was expect Great Bend to go with a trick play or 2. They did on a 3rd and goal situation to extend their lead.
And it also shows you, especially with these trick plays, just how much head coach Aaron Beck of the Great Bend Panthers trusts his guys. Trusts Dax Minton in that spot to catch the football. Trust Cooper Ohnmacht, who has been outstanding today, by the way, just threw for another touchdown. He trusts him to make that throw.
Extra point is good by Omar Razo. It's 28-6, Great Bend. And just like that, the Bullpups find themselves down in a bind. We'll be back in 30 seconds here from Paul Family Field here in McPherson. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Show your bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, gear for sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field, and just like that, quickly through this third quarter, Great Bend finds themselves up 28-6. It was 14-6 at halftime, but now 2 straight terrific offensive possessions by Great Bend lead them to a 22-point lead. We'll talk about that last possession in a second, but first Omar Razzo is going to boot away this kickoff. It's a high kick, not quite as deep as the last couple, but returned by Brown on the far side. Here come a lot of Panthers, and he's going to be brought down again by Jacob Hall at the 18. Just saw that last time as well. So it'll be first down McPherson at their own 18 with 4:49 to go in the third quarter. That last possession, Great Bend started at the Bullpup 21-yard line because the Bullpups did not convert on a 4th down and short. They were going to try to punt it, but instead a bad snap, they had to throw it away. But then they drive down the field, and then a trick play as Onmock, the wide receiver, throws to the quarterback, Daxton Mitten, to make it 28-6.
Yeah, this is going to be a response drive here with 4:49 to go, 28-6. Great Bend took advantage of some mistakes for the Bullpups.
Carter Allen at the shotgun set to start off this possession. First down and 10 for McPherson. Catch Delaney in the backfield to his left hip pocket. They'll hand it off to him on a sweep of the near side, but he's wrestled down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss on the play. One of the first ones there was Jacob Hall. The other was Trent Kern, and boy, have we called his name a lot of times today. They'll call it a loss of about a half a yard.
Well, yeah, Trent Kern last year was their leading tackler. I want to say he had like 111 tackles last year and like 7 tackles for loss. Trent Kern's an excellent linebacker that the Bullpups have to key in on the offensive side.
6'2", 225. He was a first-team All-Western Athletic Conference linebacker last year as a sophomore. He also had 4 forced fumbles. Shotgun formation on 2nd down and 11. Allen will look to throw. He's going to throw the opposite way, a high pass to the near side. He's got a man, but he overthrows him at the Great Bend 47, just a couple yards too far for the receiver, Ashton Mom. Incomplete to make it 3rd down and long.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that play. You had Carter Allen going a little bit of a motion, trying to get out of the pocket to the left, but you also had Ashton Malm just streaking down the sideline on the right side, or the near side for us, and it was just a touch overthrown. It's a big play that's missed, and those happen because you'd taken shots. It's called a shot for a reason.
3rd and 11 now for McPherson. He did beat Cooper Onmock, who was the corner there on the near side, but he was just unable to connect with him on that play. 4:03 to go. Play clock down to 5. Shotgun formation. Allen will look to throw once more on 3rd and 11. Pressure comes immediately. He'll fire on the run. It's caught by Kane. Near side, but he's upended at the 29. That's about the yard to gain. Will they give him the first down? Yes, they will. They needed 11. They got about 11 1/4 yards to make it first down.
Chase Kane now with 44 yards of receiving here tonight. He just did an excellent job of just continuing through his route. Carter Allen kept his eyes up, was able to find him in stride, and picked up 11 yards.
Good throw on the run by Allen, too. 3:35 and ticking. Bullpups down 28-6. They'll hand it off up the middle. Catch Delaney across the 32, but that's where he'll be stuffed. A gain of 3 on first down on the near hash for Catch Delaney.
And I know I've said it and continue to say it, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but Catch Delaney being able to pick up these 3 yards on first down and 10 does help set up this offense and keep this offense moving towards the end goal of picking up another first down.
And real quickly, how about that run room for McPherson today in Dane Becker and Delaney? After no Carlos German, no Isaac Barnett, they picked up the slack really well today. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Shotgun formation. Handoff, Delaney on the far side, but he's met up after a sweep play. May have been another option, and a Panther was there immediately to bring him down by his ankles.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is just a simple RPO, run-pass option, or maybe it's a keep option as well for Carter Allen. Or Allen, I think I actually read it well, was able to pick up 2 yards for Catch Delaney, but there was a guy in the backfield coming after Carter Allen, so excellent decision-making by Carter Allen. As a senior, he just hasn't played a whole lot. There's not a whole lot of experience, but he's growing in this position, and he's making smart decisions right now.
I would say on that play, good offense, even better defense to limit them to just 2. 3rd down and 5. Allen looks to throw, fires across the middle. It's deflected. A hard hit on the tail end by Pramer. No flag. Incomplete pass as it falls to the turf at the 45. That's a 6'6 junior coming after you to make it 4th down on a terrific hit to Chase Kane. Kane gets up easily, though, just sheds it off like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's Pramer coming up from his free safety position there. What head coach Chase Pavlovich is wanting there is just anything. That was a hard hit, 100%. However, that's a completely legal play. It was tipped in the air, and yeah, you're fighting for your guy, but at the same time, excellent play by Pramer, and the Bullpups will have to punt it away.
Yep, 4th down and 5. Punting unit comes out. Richardson to punt once more. Good punt that time as he boots it from about the 30. It'll be returned at the 25 by Onmacht, and he'll be brought down for a return of about 9 yards to the 34-yard line of Great Bend. But boy, this Bullpup offense has not really been able to capitalize on the opportunities given. At least in the first possession they couldn't. This time they end up just short once more.
100%, and it's not like they're far off either. They're
right.
Not far off from these attempts. These are close plays, and this is a really, really good Great Bend Panther football team, and who's been young, who is still growing in their position. They're still young. We talked about Trenton Kern, only a junior, but he started for 2. He was an all league defender last year as a sophomore. We're talking about some really young defenders. We're talking about some really experienced defenders and some really experienced football players for this Great Bend Panthers team, with some younger guys for the Bullpups who just don't have the same experience right now.
That's right. I mean, this Great Bend team, they return a lot of guys. They finished 6-4 last year, but all of those were by really close losses. I think by a combined 7 points with all 4 losses, including their loss to 5A runner-up last year, Cape Mount Carmel. On 1st down, they'll hand it off. He's stuffed in the backfield, but able to spin away and push for a couple more yards. Cooper Onmacht acting as a running back at that time to gain just 1 yard. But back to my point, this is a team that lost to Cape Mount Carmel, who was in 5A, now in 4A this year, which makes 4A a lot more of a challenge now. But Great Bend is a terrific team coming into this season, ranked number 5 in Kansas pregame in 5A. A terrific team throughout, and they're going to be one to look out for come November. 2nd down and 9 for Great Bend. Motion up front, and it looks like a flag is going to come in on the defense, as jumping the gun immediately was Braxton Burgess as he took off way early. You don't know if he was deked by an offensive lineman or if he just heard a hard count and just rushed the line.
Well, that was one of those where he got up and was like, well, I'm already here. I might as well keep going.
2nd down and 4 after the penalty. 1:15 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 28-6 Panthers. Shotgun formation. Mitten throws, finds Pramer near midfield. He cuts to the left, into the right, jukes 2 Bullpups into their territory, but he's wrapped up and brought down at the 47 on the near side. 1st down Panthers. They're rolling once more.
Yeah, the Bullpups just in a just basically a cover 2 high shell, which means 2 safeties deep. That means the linebacker's got to come up on that and try to make a play. That time he just didn't break down in time and ran right by Ian Pramer, which when you give that guy space, he's going to make the most out of it.
I mean, last year he had 530 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. More motion up front, and Burgess jumps the line again, and that'll make it another offside penalty on the Bullpups to make it 1st and 5.
Yeah, Burgess is on this drive is just nice, but kind of more paying attention to the Great Bend Panther snap count than he should be. But now 1st and 5, defense will set up and try to defend a 1st and 5.
Now some frustration starting to settle in. 43 seconds left in this quarter. Handoff on 1st down, but he is stuffed immediately. Connor Holliday took the handoff from Mitten, maybe a gain of a yard on 1st down. 32 seconds left in counting. That's less than what the play clock is at, so we'll see if Great Bend just takes this to the end of the 3rd quarter.
And you're right. If they do take it to the end of this 3rd quarter, they've had an excellent quarter here. They've done just about whatever they could on the offensive side. They've run the football well, but they haven't needed to pass it either. So, you've basically taken a one-dimensional thing and run the football extremely well.
Well, they faked like they were going to go to the sideline. Then everybody rushed up to the line with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Minton thought about doing a hard count, but now he's going to walk to the sideline as the third quarter comes to a close. What looked like was going to be a strong start for the Bullpups after trailing 14-6. They then allow 14 unanswers and trail 28-6 after 3 quarters of action. Fourth quarter coming up next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Vince Lombardi once said, individual commitment to a group effort is what makes a team work, a company work, a society work. I'm Terry Russell, and on behalf of the insurance professionals at Farmers Alliance, I wish success to all our area teams this season. We enjoy watching you compete, and your dedication and commitment to your school and to your sport is a source of pride for all of us. Thank you for representing our community with great sportsmanship as well as great skills. At Farmers Alliance, we're behind you all the way.
It's true. You see the APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division name on big construction equipment on many of the largest highway projects in Kansas. But Shears wants you to know they have smaller equipment for smaller jobs, like your residential driveway, parking lot, or other paving projects, asphalt or concrete. And the other great thing, they take the same care and pride in your job as they take in every project. For more information and a no-obligation estimate, call APAC Kansas Incorporated Shears Division at 662-2112.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3 quarters down, 1 to go here in McPherson. The Bullpups trail 28-6 in their season opener here at home over the Great Bend Panthers. Great Bend has the ball at the Bullpup 41. Second down and 4 as they get in formation. Shotgun set for Daxton Minton. Fake handoff. He'll look to throw. Pocket collapses, but he's going to fire on the run. All the way to the end zone. Just overthrows Ian Pramer. I don't know how you can overthrow a guy that's 6'6", but he does by just about a yard to make it third down. He was also dangerously close to crossing the line before throwing it, but I think his back foot was still behind the line.
Absolutely, I know. I looked up and I was like, oh, hey, maybe, whoa, you're really far down there. but it was an excellent throw just out of the fingertips of Pramer. However, Pramer broke free. But one thing to watch, Dax Minton took a shot during that play, and so he had to force it down there or really muscle up, and that's probably why the pass was a little errant.
5 on the play clock as they just now get in formation. The Great Bend coaches are rushing up to the officials, but they just get the snap off with 1 second left. Here comes the pressure. Down he goes on the other side of the field behind midfield. A sack by Alex Stout on the near side. It was he and Jaron Stutzman, the first 2 pups there. 4th down and long for Great Bend.
Stout's coming up from his nickel position on a nickel blitz, but Stutzman's really the guy to credit there. I mean, he got there in a hurry, made Dax Minton make a decision, and just Minton ran right into the arms of Alex Stout. Stout made the tackle. Stutzman made the play.
So now the punting unit comes out. Now if you're McPherson, you got to try to mount this comeback down by 3 possessions. The time to start that is now. Play clock down to 1 as they just now get it off. And it will be Trent Kern kicking it away. Bishop Brown goes back to return, but he'll let it bounce as it goes to the Bullpup 16, which is where the Panthers will pick it up. 10:59 to go here in the game. Bullpups down 28-6. Can they mount the comeback here, or at least try to against this Great Bend team? But I tell you what, partner, they're going to want to shake off that rough third quarter that they had.
I completely agree. And you know how I would almost attack this quarter if I were in the shoes to be in charge? I'm not, obviously. Don't quote me here. I would just get back to what you were doing well. I mean, Catch Delaney running the football, some quick hitter passing. You just got to get it out in space a little bit more and attack the edges just a touch more.
First down and 10 at their own 16. Allen will look to throw on first down. Screen pass to Brown. He finds an opening at the 20 and brought down at the 25. Gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, just like that. Get it out in space. Let your playmakers make plays. I mean, it's one thing to put it all on Carter Allen, but it's another thing to spread the love here a little bit as we got a Panther down here.
Trent Kern is limping his way towards the sideline, but there is a Panther all the way down in the backfield, which is Connor Holliday. So we'll go ahead and take a quick injury break, and we'll be back here soon. You're listening to Bullpup Football on KMCP.
The experienced team at Pile Law is located at 705 West Kansas Avenue in McPherson and is ready to assist you with every aspect of your personal injury case. Tom and his staff have over 25 years of experience and work diligently to fight for the compensation you deserve. If you've been hurt at work or in a car or motorcycle wreck, call 620-241-9000 for a free consultation today. Evening and weekend appointments are available. Visit pilelaw.legal to find more information and rest assured you're moving in the right direction.
Welcome back to Paul Family Field as we took that quick injury timeout. This injury timeout brought to you by Pile Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pile Law. Tom can evaluate your claim so you can receive the compensation you deserve. Walking off the field under his own power is Connor Holliday. Looked like they were just trying to stretch out his leg, maybe cramping up a little bit. I mean, these guys, they play on both ends of the ball, and this is a direct quote that was given to a lot of preseason articles by Great Bend, which is from head coach Aaron Beck. Quote, "We have many guys that contribute on both ends of the ball, although a lot of it is due to the inability to take some of them off the field." So you got to think they're starting to get a little worn out. 2nd down and 2 for McPherson after the injury timeout. Handoff up the middle to, I believe that's Catch Delaney, who gets the first down and all the way to the Bullpup 28. They'll stop the clock momentarily at 10:32 here in the 4th quarter with the Bullpups down 28-6.
Well, and you know what, Lane? You talked about it. They don't have the ability to take them off the field. It's early September. I wrote it down here. Sunny weather, and it was 80 degrees at the start of this game. So it's a warm night. You got to stay hydrated.
A fumbled snap as it hits the legs of Carter Allen. Allen able to pounce on it, just about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So almost a disaster of a play. Carter Allen gets there quickly, but that was a very low snap that hit about to his kneecaps that he had to dive on, maybe to his shins even, that he had to pounce on.
Yeah, a quick feat to just be able to jump back on that and saving this possession essentially. 2nd down and 11 is still manageable. It's not ideal, but definitely manageable.
You mentioned earlier he is a catcher in baseball, so you got to get a lot of loose balls if you can. Allen will look to throw, decides to tuck it and run far side to the line of scrimmage. He's tripped up and out of bounds after a gain of about 2 to make it 2nd down and 9, or 3rd down and 9 rather, for the Bullpups.
You know, and that's his first rush of this quarter. I mean, they got him in space last time. They did a couple of option plays and had him keep it. Maybe a quarterback keeper. I'd like to see them kind of get back to that a touch. I like what they're doing with Catch Delaney, and I like what they can do on the sidelines. But Carter Allen still probably needs to touch this football a little bit more.
They'll stop the clock at 9:32 as he went out of bounds. 3rd down and 9 at their own 29. Shotgun set. Allen, pressure comes. It's a screen pass, far side. Catch made on the far side by Malm. He shakes off one, but they're going to say he stepped out after a gain of about 2 or 3. So now decision time if you're McPherson, because you're down by 3 possessions. The clock does stop, but it looks like the punting unit's going to come out. But we have another injury for Great Bend all the way back in the secondary. But now he's going to get up. That's Kane Riberty, who's going to go up limping and head to the sideline. And once again, you know, people are probably starting to cramp up. You mentioned it was 80 degrees at kickoff. It's 71. Dark skies outside now, but, you know, it's week 1, and a lot of guys are not accustomed to game action quite a bit because it is game 1, and you're just right in baptism by fire style. I mean, yeah, there is a jamboree, but you're limited to how much you can actually play.
Well, yeah, even then you don't have four full quarters.
Right.
You're not playing.
You only get a handful of plays.
You're not playing 60, 70, 80 plays here at these jamborees. This is the first time they've been on the field for 60, 70, 80 plays in an entire game, and some of them double it because you're on offense as well.
So they decided to call an official timeout for the injury. And once again, this injury timeout brought to you by Pile Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pile Law. Tom can evaluate your claim so you can receive the compensation you deserve. Thankfully, jogging off the field under his own power was Riberty. But now the punting unit for McPherson coming out on 4th down and 6 with 9:24 to go, well deep into their own territory at the 32. Brock Richardson has been the guy to boot them away. He will do so once again. And Cooper Onmacht is back deep to return. Richardson gets the snap and will boot it a line drive kick that bounces, takes a bit of a backspin, and then bounces once again to the 33. So it takes a bullpup bounce, I guess you could say, to give them a little bit further down the field, but Great Bend gets the ball once again with 9:15 to go, and they're up by 3 possessions, so as much as they want to score again, you're probably thinking they're going to run some clock.
You know, Lane, I will be 100% honest with you.
Go for it.
This is the first time you and I are doing a game. You don't understand yet how much I enjoy special teams.
Yeah.
That punt was a end over end punt. However, it wasn't a backspin. It was actually a front spin, and because the ball is not a circle,
right,
and it's an oval, it hit the tip and actually checked up. It could have been a better bounce for the Bullpups, but such is life with football.
Handoff out of the shotgun on first down, brought down after a gain of 2, was the Great Bend running back coming out of the backfield. First time we've heard this guy, Josh Bierney, this 5'8", 175 junior who only had 4 carries all season long last year, gets his first carry of the season with under 9 minutes to go in the fourth.
Just 3 more to go until he has more than he had last year.
Well, I mean, with the thin running back room, or quote unquote, because of how great they've been today, that they have compared to last season, Bierney might get quite a few carries this year. He's lined up in the backfield again, trips to the near side, and they'll throw a screen pass to Ohnmacht, who gets it at the 40-45, pushed out of bounds for a Great Bend first down, and that'll stop the clock though. But they're at the Great Bend 47.
And you know what? Again, Bremer out on the edge, blocking in front of the screen. Ohnmacht just able to take advantage of it. That time, Bremer was going up against number 4, Brody Seidel.
I mean, a guy who's 6'6", blocking for a guy that we've seen has some speed, but is also a terrific athlete as a sophomore in Cooper Ohnmacht. He won the 5A state title last year in the triple jump as a freshman and has the school record, 47 feet, 3.5 inches in a triple jump. This guy's still young. Shotgun formation. Bierney will get the handoff on the far side, but brought down from the upper body in the backfield. Brock Richardson gets him down for a loss of 2.
Excellent job. Just kind of flowing with the play by Brock Richardson. All he did was keep things simple, trusted his eyes, understood his assignment, flowed downhill effectively, and was able to catch the running back in the backfield from behind.
8:08 and ticking with the Bullpups trailing 28-6. Great Bend has the ball moving from left to right as we view the field here at Paul Family Field on the campus of McPherson College. Trips near side, shotgun set for Minton in the backfield. Bierney to his left hip pocket. He'll get signals from the coaches dressed in red, in contrast with the Panther players all dressed up in white. Fake handoff, will look to throw. Nope, design QB run. He runs to the left, gets a couple of yards, and then brought down from behind for a gain of a couple extra. Dylan Hall was there with the big-time hit, but that'll make it 3rd down and 7. They'll call a gain of 5 on 2nd down.
And you know, that's only, from my count, unofficially, obviously, from my count, that's only the third carry by Daxton Minton tonight. Official carry, I should say. And he's only got 11 yards. He has not had to have been the center of attention tonight, and that's probably a good thing for this Great Bend Panthers team.
This is a guy that averaged 66 rush yards a game last year, 9 yards a carry. But now 3rd down and 7 with 7 minutes and ticking at midfield for Great Bend. Receiver in motion. Play clock down the 1. They get it off. Minton on a bootleg to the near side. He's going to look deep. He has a man deep. Open near side, but it's overthrown by a yard at the 10-yard line, incomplete. Jacob Hall was there past 2 defenders. There was one closing in on the far side. I believe that was Bishop Brown closing in. That would have been a big gain, but he just overthrew his man by just a few inches.
Well, yeah, we had Bishop Brown at the corner position. Plus you had number 5 Carter Bankston in at the free safety position, and that was just a single high cover safety with soft man coverage on the outside. Just a simple double move beat the corner Bishop Brown, and wide open was there because he got the wide receiver got past the free safety there. That would have been a wide open touchdown. However, it was just a touch overthrown.
6:51 to go. The clock stops on the incomplete pass. Punting unit is out for both teams. Kern to boot it away. He does with his right leg. It's a good punt that will bounce at the 15 and return by Brown at the 10, far side. But he's wrestled down. No, he stays up, gets past a couple more and goes to the 20. He gets just 3 or 4 extra yards on that one, but a good job by Bishop Brown to avoid getting tackled down at the 15, somehow shedding off the defender.
Yeah, he probably spun around 3, 4, 5 times. He's probably a little dizzy getting up from that one.
Probably. But now the Bullpup offense will come back out onto the field Again, down 28-6, but now with 6:40 to go in the game. Time running out as they're down by 3 possessions. But crazier things have happened in the world of football, especially high school football.
Absolutely, and even down 3 possessions with 6:40 to go, I think this is where you try to get some experience with some of your guys. Go more into a 2-minute drill. Speed up the offense just a little bit and try to complete some passes, get down the field with some ease.
First down at their own 20. A high snap over the head of Allen. He picks it up in the end zone. He's going to have to throw it away. He does. It's caught at the 10 on the far side. It's going to be a loss on the play, ripped down at the 18-yard line. I thought Allen was going to throw it away. Instead, he threw it on the far side to Ashton Malm, trying to see if he could make a play out of that, but instead it turns into a loss of 2.
Are you kidding me? What was that play? That was, oh no, I have to go get the ball in the end zone. I've got 6 defenders around me. I'm just going to kind of throw it up, and Ashton Malm was just kind of there. Malm barely got back to make this a 2-yard loss. What a play for a 2-yard loss.
You'll never see us get that excited for a loss. Here's a dangerous pass that's tipped out and incomplete, rather. Jacob Hall was there, just got a fingertip on it as it was intended on the near side for Alec Harms. 3rd down and 12 now.
Excellent job by Hall to read, react, trust his eyes, and get downhill knowing that he had a chance at that football. And if he went and picked that off, this was going to be a 4-possession game. It was tipped up into the air. The wide receiver just needs to take a few steps back in, go get that football, and continue running up the field.
3rd down and 12, their own 18. Clock stops on the incompletion. 6:02 to go. Bullpup still down 28-6. Haven't seen any scoring change in this quarter. That was the score at the end of the 3rd. Allen back to throw. 3-step drop, pressure up the middle. He's dragged down. There was nobody to pick up Connor Holiday up the middle. He went down earlier with a cramp, but he gets a key sack right there.
What is that, Lane? Is that his second, third?
I think so. I think about his second.
Second sack on this young season. Clock continues to roll as the punt team has to come out as it's 4th down and 18.
Pardon us laughing. There's people upstairs on the photo deck on the top of this press box that sounded like they were jumping around. That may have been the Great Bend staff. Punt is away by Brock Richardson. The punt's going to bounce at midfield and go to Great Bend territory. At the 45 is where it will roll sideways and out of bounds. 5:17 to go here in this 4th quarter, and the Bullpups down 28-6.
And you know what? There's been some real positives from this Bullpups team tonight. I know they've only put up 6 points, but they've had drives. They've started out drives. They've went 5-6 plays within a drive, and then one thing leads to another, and it ends up being 4th and 18. It happens. They're young. But building blocks of, hey, we had 5-6 good plays here. Now we go get 7, 8 good plays, and now we go put points on the scoreboard. This isn't a team that's super far away, in my opinion.
I would agree with you on that. And I mean, we heard Coach Pavlovich say in the pregame that, this team's going to make mistakes. It's week 1, especially with a young team that the Bullpups have going into this game, having to make up for a lot of the lost faces from last year with the people that have graduated. First down, Mitten hands it off to Schartz up the middle, cuts to the left for an opening, gets the first down to Bullpup territory to the 44-yard line. He got 11 yards on that first play of the possession.
Schartz now with 8 carries, 140 yards.
Wow. Well, I mean, he got about half of those in one play, mind you, with the 79-yard touchdown run that he had in the 3rd quarter.
I mean, we could cherry pick those stats if you want to. I mean, 50, 79,
well, I mean,
same thing.
It's still technically correct, but
the best kind of correct is technically correct.
That is true. Under 5 minutes to play, 4:48 is what the clock officially reads. First down and 10 at the Bullpup 44. Shotgun set for Mitten. Tight end, far side. A receiver on each side. Schartz sheds off the far side, finds the edge across the 40 and out of bounds with a gain of about 8 yards. Actually, they'll give him about a couple of yards back. That's 6 on first down, but another great play by Jay Schartz.
And I've been thoroughly impressed with this offensive line for the Great Bend Panthers. I mean, no one talks about the offensive line enough. I know we've talked about the Bullpups offensive line and how good they can be, but this offensive line for the Great Bend Panthers has been excellent. They've opened up holes all night long. Dax Minton really hasn't had a whole lot of time under pressure. However, he hasn't really thrown the football a whole lot either. But they've opened up holes. They've done an excellent job containing this Bullpup defensive line.
We'll call it a gain of 6. Second down and 4 at the 38. Play clock down to 2, down to 1. Minton just gets the snap off. 2 backs in the backfield. Hand off and stuffed immediately. Breaks off it, but gets back just for a yard or 2 loss. I believe that was Connor Holiday on the handoff. Maybe Cooper Ohnmacht that was there to hand it off. It was somebody with a number 2 on their jersey, but there's either 1 or 2 of them. I wasn't quite sure. Just one of them. It was Ohnmacht on the carry for a loss of 1. Loss of 2, rather. Third down and 6. 4:05 and ticking. So, yeah, just another possession where Great Bend really running out the clock as they still lead 28-6. Another shotgun set. Trips to the near side. Minton in a shotgun. 1 receiver far side as well. The receivers on the near side are Pramer, Ohnmacht, and Jacob Hall. The one on the other end is Cole Fancher, who we have not heard much of. And now Great Bend's going to call a timeout with 3:46 to go here in the fourth quarter, and the Bullpups trailing 28-6. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back when we return for the final 3:46 of this fourth quarter. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
The Bethany College Athletic Department strives to educate, develop, and challenge its students. Bethany Swedes connect with the community, develop key character traits, maintain healthy, mental, spiritual, and physical lifestyles while leading lives of faith, learning, and service. Bethany College belongs to the NAIA and a member of the KCAC with teams in 22 sports in the fall, winter, and spring. For a complete schedule of events, go to BethanySwedes.com. Integrity, hospitality, community, excellence, Bethany College.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3:46 left here in the ball game as the Bullpups trail 28-6 against the Great Bend Panthers in their season opener. Great Bend really starting to run down the clock. They called their first time out of the second half here with 3:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. But it looks like they're just going to continue to try to run some clock here as the Bullpups are running out of time to mount the comeback. Shotgun set, 2 backs in the backfield with 1 to the left and 1 to the right of Minton. Now Pramer in motion to the near side. It'll be a screen pass to Pramer. He's hit by a Bullpup. A flag comes in as he's dragged down for a first down at the 32. But let's check the flag first, which might be on Great Bend, a holding signal given by the sideline judge on the near side. He pointed then to his left, which signals the offensive end. So it looks like this one's coming back for an offensive hold.
You know, I was watching Bishop Brown on that player pre-snap, and he was kind of in between whether he wanted to go soft coverage or kind of more of a press within a zone scheme a little bit. But he read it perfectly right away. He saw that it was going to be a screen on the inside receiver and just tried to get by Jay Schartz on the outside, and Schartz almost just tackled him. Just almost tackled him to bring him down. That is the reason that play opened up for Pramer.
That third down and 6 turns into a third down and 16 at midfield. Yard to gain is the Bullpup 39-yard line. 34, rather, with 3:37 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, clock stopped and now is running after the penalty. Same formation as last time, but this time the man in motion was number 1, which we'll get to, but another screen pass. That was Schartz in motion, but now Ohnmacht gets a big gain far side, past the 40, just shy of the 36, I think is where they'll mark him. It's fourth down, but it's going to be 4th down and 2. So a gain of 14 on third down and long, and we'll see what the Great Bend offense will do, trying to just continue to run this clock. It's at 3:05 and ticking.
You talked about the trick plays or the misdirections that Great Bend's going to throw at the McPherson Bullpups. That time they tried to run basically a similar play to what they ran the last time, but faked it and instead set up a secondary screen up the middle and opened up for Cooper Ohnmacht.
Offense stays in and will go on 4th down. Minton near side, fires it late, it's high, and it's caught. A terrific catch by Ohnmacht, a high pass above his helmet. He drags it down at the 25 on the near side. They needed 2, they got 11, and it's first down for Great Bend. 2:39 to go.
Ohnmacht with a nice play, just streaking across the field, coming from the far side to the near side on just a little crossing pattern. Now has picked up 43 yards in the air receiving as this game has gone on, just on 4 catches.
Not enough time to take 3 knees and call it a day. 2:20 to go and counting as The Panthers will get in formation with 10 on the play clock. Up 28-6, looking like they'll start off the season 1-0, barring a miracle. Mitten on shotgun, will hand it off to Burns on the near side. Hit immediately, brought down after another couple of yards by Brody Seidel, the birthday boy, getting a tackle there. But there's less than 2 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, this Great Bend Panthers team is one first down really essentially away from locking up this game. I know it's a 3-score game, 1:45, 2nd down and 8. I just expect them to line up and use the offensive line and just kind of try to run this football just 3 yards and turf pellets at a time.
90 seconds left in the game. Play clock at 10 here on 2nd down and 8. Another shotgun set. This time, Holiday's in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. A bit of a scrum to try to bring him down. They finally do for no gain. 3rd down. And now a difference of, let me see if I can do the math right, about 30 seconds between the two clocks. About 35 seconds, actually.
That's good math. That's quick math right there.
I've always been known as a numbers guy, and I say I was a math whiz when I was in high school, but when algebra got in the mix, it was quite the opposite.
When they started adding letters to math is kind of when I started to
I
say,
agree.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't need to learn parabolas for a broadcasting career. Let's just say that.
What's a parabola?
Exactly. Less than 40 seconds remain here on 3rd down. Honestly, they could take a knee and then end the game right here, but instead it's a handoff. Holiday going on the left side, hitting the second level and brought down at the 20-yard line by Alex Stout. But with 30 seconds left and 10 more seconds on the play clock, I was wrong where they could have taken 3 kneel downs to call it a day, but this time they will as Great Bend goes to the far sideline to celebrate. Their fans that took the trek, which is about an hour away from McPherson, from Great Bend all the way here, celebrates with their own students, their parents, and their friends and family. Friday Night Lights is back, but the Bullpups are going to suffer a loss here in Week 1, just like they did a season ago in the hands of Great Bend, also evening up the series between the two teams. Clock strikes triple zeros, and that's the end of the ball game. The Bullpups fall here in Week 1. They are 0-1 on this 2024 season. Final score, Great Bend 28, McPherson 6. We'll have more coming up in the post-game show. Is there fireworks being lit somewhere outside, or what it sounds like? But we'll have more coming up in the Bullpup Locker Room show right after this. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup football continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room show. On the way, we'll recap tonight's game, and we'll hear the post-game thoughts of head coach Jace Pavlovich. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Some people think the daily moves of the market make stress inevitable when it comes to investing. Hi, I'm Brad Seibel, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. One stress reducer is to have a plan and stick with it during the market's ups and downs. Here's another. Periodically rebalance your investments to align with your needs and risk comfort, and have a good financial advisor to sit down and talk to. Contact me at 620-241-6033. Keeping your investments under control can help keep your emotions in check. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Headed down to Brown Shoe Fit. Gonna get some shoes that fit. When shoes have to fit, Brown's Shoe Fit.
Brown Shoe Fit in downtown McPherson, offering a wide selection of brand name shoes for the entire family. When it has to fit, Brown Shoe Fit, downtown McPherson.
As parents, it's our duty to teach our children how to be fiscally responsible, and Great Plains Federal Credit Union is where to start. A savings account with Great Plains helps encourage kids to grow up learning to save rather than spend. But let's face it, teenagers need a little spending cash. At Great Plains, children ages 14 and up can open a joint checking account with their parents, so not only will they get access to their cash, but you'll get to see how they're spending it. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
Since 1951, Headland Electric Incorporated has been serving McPherson and the surrounding areas with top-quality electrical services, including new construction, remodels, and routine maintenance. Our family and locally owned business responds to your inquiries and provides estimates within 24 hours. Call us for a free quote at 620-241-3757 or visit our website at www.headlandelectricinc.com.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome into the Bullpup locker room show, rather, here at Bulldog Stadium at McPherson College.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, true. 28-6 is the final score as the McPherson Bullpups fall in Week 1 of the 2024 season to the Great Bend Panthers. Again, a final score, the Bullpups fall 28-6. So a rough one to start off the season on, but offensively it was just about even, at least with the final stats, but the scoring column, of course, goes to the Panthers. It started off on the opening kick with a 90-yard kick return for a touchdown by Cooper Omocht. The extra point was no good, 6-0 Great Bend following that. The Bullpups then followed up with a touchdown of their own on their first offensive possession of the season, highlighted and capped off by a Carter Allen throw to Catch Delaney to tie the game up at 6-6. Those happened to be the Bullpups' only points of this ball game, as in the end of the second quarter, Daxton Mitten throws to Ian Pramer to make it 14-6 after a good 2-point conversion. That was the score at halftime. But the third quarter was a terrific quarter for Great Bend, not so much for the Bullpups. A 79-yard rush on the very first offensive snap of the third quarter for Great Bend brought them a touchdown to make it 21-6 after a good extra point. And then Omocht throws it to Daxton Mitten. That's a wide receiver to a quarterback in a trick play to make it 28-6 after the good extra point. That was about halfway through the third quarter. No scores since, as both teams defensively really stepped it up for the end of the game. Final score was 28-6. For more on the stats, Nathan Roble, what do you got?
Yeah, first off, for the rushing side of things for the Great Bend Panthers, Jake Schartz was the player. He was the guy tonight. He had 9 carries for 146 total, 146 rushing yards. However, Daxton Mitten, 3 carries, 11 yards. And then you had number 22, Connor Holliday, get 3 carries for 4 total yards. And Ian Pramer had 1 carry for 3 yards, as Cooper Omocht, if there was one thing Cooper Omocht struggled with today, he had 2 carries for -1 yard. Just -1 yard. And finally rounding out Josh Burney with 3 carries for 2 total yards. That gives the Great Bend Panthers a total of 162 rushing yards for the game. From the passing side of things for the Panthers, Ian Pramer, this is where he normally shines, had just 3 catches for 26 total yards, as Cooper Omocht 47 yards on 5 catches. Jacob Hall with 1 catch for 20 total yards. And number 12, Daxton Mitten, caught a 6-yard touchdown pass for his 1 lone reception. That's 99 passing yards tonight, with 261 total yards for the Great Bend Panthers. For the McPherson Bullpups, they were on the ground tonight at 112 total rushing yards, where number 7, Dane Becker, got seven touches for 28 yards. Catch Delaney, man, he had himself a game. 15 touches for 54 yards. And then finally, Carter Allen had 8 touches for 28 yards, and Brock Richardson got a 2-yard touch as well, giving the Bullpups, like I said, 112 rushing yards. And now from the passing side of things, that's where Bishop Brown got involved. He had 4 catches for 47 yards. Ashton Malm had himself 4 catches as well for 23 yards, including just an insane -2-yard loss. Chase Kane also had himself 3 catches for 44 yards. Catch Delaney 1 3-yard catch. And finally, Alec Harms with a 1-yard catch for 118 passing yards, 230 passing yards for the game.
That's all the stats that Nathan Roble gives us. Joining us now in the press box is head coach Jace Pavlovich. He'll take Nathan's headset, so now we'll join him on the mic. tough start to the season, falling 28-6. Overall, just your thoughts on the game to start off.
Yeah, well, I thought first half they would have done, a little much better against us. They're playing 8 guys both ways. In the second half, they took over. But our guys fight like crazy. Effort was there all night. Second half, we made quite a few mental mistakes, and that's the difference between winning and losing. And we got to clean those up, and we will. I mean, these guys are hungry. These guys want to get better, and we'll get back to work tomorrow at 8 a.m. in the film room with them.
Now, in the pregame, you talked about how in the first possession that Great Bend gives you, they're going to give you their best. Now, it didn't even take the first possession.
Yeah.
It took the opening kickoff for a touchdown, but you fought back with your first possession of the game with a touchdown to tie the game up. How great was it for them just to fight back after giving up a play like that?
Well, it just shows you the perseverance of these young men. They do. They love each other, and they're going to work hard for each other. And even there towards the end, we're down a kind of an insurmountable amount, and they're still plugging away. So we took a shot in the mouth early, and we responded well, and that's definitely something that you want to see as a coach.
We talked about how thin the running attack was going to be this season, especially this game.
Mm-hmm.
No Carlos German, no Isaac Barnett, so you bring in guys like Dane Becker and Catch Delaney, and your team ends up getting 112 rushing yards. So how great was it for them to step up in a situation like this?
Yeah, and Catch and Dane Becker, those guys did a great job. And Brock Richardson stepped in and did a great job at tailback. Hopefully, those guys are tremendous. We need them a lot on defense. And, it's not like the good old days where everybody plays both ways anymore. Your game elevates when you get 22 starters. And that's something that we try and get done. And getting those 2 guys back hopefully soon will be very good for us.
Now, defensively, I know the defense gave up 22 points, take away the 6 from the kickoff return, but there are times where your front line really pounded through their O-line to really stop Daxton Minton, who you praise as a terrific dual-threat quarterback. He was very limited with his rushing attack today. How great was that?
It was really good to see. We eliminate some of those big plays, and they're good. My gosh, they've got about everything that you want in the team. They got size, they got speed. They maybe lack a little bit of depth, but outside of those big plays, our defense played really well, and it felt like we shut down Premer as good as we possibly could, and that's what good teams do. They find a way.
Well, it was a tough loss for you today, but it was against a really good team. Now you have your first divisional game next Friday against Circle here at home. So what are you looking forward to a week from today?
Well, it'll be good to get into a 4A schedule, and honestly, right now there's a big difference between 5A and 4A ball, and to get into our classification, of which I think we're not even close to being the biggest school, is it's going to be pretty nice. And so Circle's well coached. Logan Clothier does a really good job out there. Those kids are playing hard for him. So we got to get back and get better and get prepared for our next game.
Well, especially with that classification, with a lot of them moving around. I mean, you have the 5A runner-up moving down to 4A and keeping Mount Carmel. So it just proves how tough the 4A is going to be this season.
Well, 4A West is about as good as I've seen in a really long time. Now, there are a lot of people that are counting us out, based off of the seniors we lost last year. But, hopefully people saw that first half and what we were capable of doing. And the locker room they believe in each other, and we just got to go out and have a clean game, not a clean half.
Sounds good. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you right back here a week from today, and hopefully a better outcome than this one. Coach, really appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Jace Pavlovich. We'll have more coming up in the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Up next, you're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
More of the Bullpup Locker Room Show is next. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. Find exclusive stories highlighting Bullpup athletics at adastraradio.com. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing, a priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Need a reliable workhorse for your property? Meet the John Deere 5E Series tractors from Prairie Land Partners. Whether it's working fields, hauling loads, or clearing roadsides, the 5E delivers the power and versatility you need, all in one machine. And there's never been a better time to buy. Get a $2,250 implement bonus and save with cash discounts over $6,000. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Prairie Land Partners. Bullpup Football on KMCP.
Welcome back to the Bullpup Locker Room Show here at McPherson Stadium on the campus of McPherson College as the Bullpups fall in Week 1, 28-6. Let's give you a little bit of score updates going on in our Ad Asher Radio airwaves. Bueller and Mulvane came to a final. That's an Ark Valley Division III game. Bueller won 28-7 over Mulvane, so Bueller starts off 1-0 in divisional play and 1-0 on the season. Here locally, Smoky Valley started their season against Larned. They fell 36-24. Our McPherson area game of the week was Heston and Halstead. Heston pulls off the close win against Halstead, 21-14. Also going around their Ad Asher Radio airwaves, Wellsville defeats Anderson County 49-7. And also going around at the end of the third quarter, Beloit was up 44-6 over Lions, but they're still in the fourth quarter. That game has been taking quite a while because their third quarter ended about the time our game ended. There was a forfeit for a game that we were going to broadcast on KGBK 98.9. However, Chase High School had to forfeit due to not having enough players.
Chase had to forfeit?
Chase had to forfeit today. They didn't have enough players ready for today against Pawnee Heights, so Pawnee Heights gets the win via forfeit. So it comes up as 1-0 here as that final score technically, or at least looking in the standings. So we hope for Chase that they're able to get some more guys available for the coming weeks.
Have you ever been to Chase?
I have not.
You should go.
I should go? Okay. I mean, I'm not from – you're the one that's from around this area. I've made it known that I'm not from around here. I've been here for almost a year now, but I'm from northeast Kansas.
Okay, so. maybe we start with something a little bit different. Maybe like an Inman.
I mean, I've been to Inman a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I will say our meeting in Lyons yesterday was the first time I've ever been there.
Really?
So, yeah.
Well, I grew up there.
Yeah, I think I heard about that.
And Chase is only
that's not far.
10 minutes farther west. It's actually between here and Great Bend.
Yeah. Well,
a lot of cops sit there.
I wouldn't know. Believe it or not, I've never been pulled over ever.
Really?
Believe it or not, I've never been pulled over. 24 years of age, never been pulled over. Knock on wood. Don't want to make today the first day.
Just a warning. They're going to be out.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, it's a Friday night. What do you expect? So, again, back here with the game, the Bullpups fall 28-6 with the final score to make him 0-1 on the season. Before we send it to our final break of today, what really stood out to you in the positive front for McPherson here today, despite the loss against a terrific team in Great Bend?
I think the main positive you should take away. I really have two. You've got one for defense, and the one person you wanted to try to take away and neutralize, Dax Minton, you essentially neutralized him, especially in the run game. Now, on the offensive side, there's a lot of turnover. But what you saw was guys making plays. They still made plays. Catch Delaney made plays. Carter Allen made plays. Bishop Brown made plays. A bunch of people made plays. The offensive line was still what they are. They're still a good offensive line unit. They went up against a good opponent, a phenomenal opponent, and they yes, did they take their shots? Did they get wounded a little bit? 100%. But they're going to respond. They're going to grow. They're going to learn. This game isn't necessarily to start 1-0 this year. This game is to teach them how to handle adversity and play when the lights come on in October and November.
Well, I mean, we heard it for the Bullpups or for the baseball season last year. Playing against tough opponents early really makes a team better. And we saw that with the Bullpup baseball team last year that had a lot of younger guys really step up and head all the way to the regional finals, unfortunately falling in there. But still, they were a terrific team last year. The same really holds for football, especially with a team like Great Bend. Now, thankfully, you're not going to play Great Bend again for the rest of the season. They're in 5A, so there's no way you're going to go against them in the playoffs. And Great Bend's going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with come November. But this is a learning curve is what it looks like for McPherson.
Absolutely, and you've got Carter Allen who's taken his licks over the last 2, 3, 4 years, but he's still inexperienced. He's still learning on the job, and this team's going to go where Carter Allen goes. And if Carter Allen continues to progress like he has and has shown progression from year to year, then they're going to be okay, because I know there's going to be progression game to game, week to week, day to day.
Well, once again, the Bullpups fall 28-6 in the first game of the 2024 season. We'll be back one final time coming up next. We'll give you the Happy Egg Co. Excellent Play of the Game and our Player of the Game, presented by People's Bank and Trust. That's coming up next. You're listening to coverage of Bullpup football on KMCP.
Tonight's coverage of Bullpup football continues next. KMCP is McPherson's news, sports, and classic hits. Lane Gillespie brings you Bullpup football Friday nights on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Boost up your internet speeds with MTC. As technology changes, so does your need for faster internet speeds. MTC offers unlimited internet usage, symmetrical speeds, managed Wi-Fi, and so much more. Visit your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling today.
Some drivers think comfort is found in leather seats or dual climate control. But for 40 million American motorists, comfort is knowing they have a State Farm agent who's always there, providing personal service at a competitive rate. So talk to me, State Farm agent Galen Shields, and I'll make sure you get the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve. After all, any insurance company can promise you a good price, but nobody takes care of you like a State Farm agent. Call me, Galen Shields, and I'll prove it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. So like your first dream home? Yep, their agents can help you bundle and find the right home policy at the right price. Now that's the dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Visit your local American Family Insurance agent, Steve Barr, at 807 North Main, McPherson.
Water conservation is the most cost-effective and environmentally sound way to reduce our demand for water. You can reduce your water consumption by taking a few simple steps. Install low-flow devices on your faucets and shower heads. Running only full loads in the washing machine can save 300 to 800 gallons per month. Set automatic sprinklers to run during the coolest part of the day. Remember, watering on windy days can waste up to 300 gallons of water due to evaporation. For other ways to reduce your water bill, contact your Board of Public Utilities Customer Service Office, 620-245-2515.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Devin.
Together we are Stamatic of Central Kansas.
With a new location at 209 North Main in downtown McPherson. We are here to help, offering water, fire, and smoke restoration, mold remediation, carpet and upholstery cleaning, as well as hard surfaces like tile and even grout cleaning. Don't forget about the places you can't see, like air ducts and dryer vents. Find us on Facebook or online at stomaticofcentralks.com for a free estimate to see how Stomatic of Central Kansas can help you.
Oh, and honey, don't forget.
Call Stomatic, you'll be ecstatic.
Bullpup football on KMCP.
Welcome back for one final time here at Paul Family Stadium on the campus of McPherson College as the McPherson Bullpups suffer a Week 1 loss in the season opener to Great Bend by a final score of 28-6. Tough loss, but definitely a learning curve as we talked about all game long. Time now for one of our favorite segments, the very last one, not because we get to leave, but because we get to name some of our best moments and people of this game. So, Nathan, I'm going to turn it over to you to give our Happy Egg Co. excellent play of the game.
You know what? I'll be honest. I think it's the opening kickoff.
Yeah, probably.
For Great Bend. It's a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Started the scoring for him. However, you can also talk about Jay Shart's 79-yard touchdown run as well. from a McPherson standpoint, I think Stutzman's couple of sacks there. I think those are a couple of good plays as well.
Also, time to give our player of the game, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust. So go ahead, and who do you have for that one?
I really think it's got to be Ketch Delaney. I think the player of the game is going to be Ketch Delaney. On the defensive side, where he has the most experience, he was really good. He was rock solid and continued to make plays on the defensive side. But where he really impressed me was on the offensive side, having what I believe is 15 carries for 54 yards, having a catch as well in the end zone, or brought in a touchdown as well. So he brought in the lone touchdown. He also added 54 yards on the ground and was just a solid contributor on the defensive side of the football.
Well, Ketch Delaney is our People's Bank and Trust player of the game. Put the experience of People's Bank and Trust to work for your family. Community banking at its best. Also, our play of the game was brought to you by Happy Egg Co. Visit happyeggfarms.com to learn how you can help feed America. Also like to once again thank Next Tech Wireless for sponsoring our game today. You can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. Also, the scoreboard updates we gave you earlier today were by McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. That's McPhersonDentalCare.com. That's going to do it for us here at Paul Family Field in McPherson, but we'll be right back here 1 week from today for coverage of McPherson High School football once again as they'll face Circle High School. We'll also have coverage of McPherson College football. That's tomorrow here at McPherson Stadium as they'll face Sterling College. They'll face Sterling College. Pregame will start at 5:30. Kickoff will be at 6, and then we'll be back next Friday, of course, for high school football with pregame at 6:30 and kickoff at 7. But until then, for Nathan Roble, this is Lane Gillespie saying thank you so much for tuning in. You've been listening to coverage of high school football on 98.9 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle, and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
You've been listening to coverage of Bullpup football on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. Bullpup football is streaming online at adastraradio.com and on the Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation of the Ad Astra Sports Network, leading the way in regional sports coverage. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.